Let's see. You guys know the routine. Let me know if you guys can see me okay, hear me okay. Let me know. Let's see, where am I at in here? Let's see. Can you guys hear me? And I do apologize. You guys can hear the freaking lawnmower in the back. Jeez, guys. Thanks, neighbors. I can see you loud and clear. Awesome, guys. Love the hat. Oh, and I got pigtails going on. Getting ready to go to the gym after this. So it is what it is, honeys. Do you guys hear the lawnmower? Like, are you serious, guys? Why? Why, oh, why? Let me move this a little higher so I can see. Yes, we can see your zodiac sign. I see it, honey. Hey, Heather. So first, let me just say hi to all my mods. Hello. Thank you guys for being here with me. And hey, Molson Man, how are you today? Heather, everyone, welcome Heather Marie. She's my newest mod, so welcome her. We got Valerie in the house. I think Dee said she was going to be a little late. I did see Amber earlier. I'm not sure. She'll get in here in a little bit. I look so cute. Oh, well, thank you, darling. I do have eyes underneath here. I'm like hiding them. Hey, Marie Olson. Olson, right? Did I say that correctly? Hey, Insanely Confused. And then look at this name. Hell Nev and E. You're killing me. She said that I was going to make her, she said her name was easier to say. I'm going to call you Hell. That's what I'm calling you. You want tattoos? Yeah, I have my whole sleeve done. I actually want to do my neck. I've been saying that. So once I get to Cali next month, I am going to get my neck done. I don't have any tattoo artists out here in Arizona. So I got to wait till I go back to Cali. Hey, Joey, how are you today? Am I really loud, you guys? I have the mic kind of close to me today. If I'm loud, let me know so I can back it up, baby. Back it up. Hey, Rob D, how are you? You're finally catching a live. Well, I'm glad you're catching this live today. Hey, Purple, how are you today? It hurts? What hurts, Marie? Tattoos? Not really. I mean, for me, it doesn't hurt. It's like a stinging sensation, a tattoo. And if you can get it all done in one sitting, I highly recommend, because it hurts so much when you get like the outline and then you get some of the shading and then you go back and finish it. Oh yeah, that's the worst. Don't do it. Yeah, I'm going next month, Heather. I'm going next month. The ending of next month, I'll be in Cali. Yeah, for probably like a good week. So I'm excited. Hi, Jennifer. How are you? Demon Child, what's up? What's up? Good looking. I'm at work on lunch, so I probably won't be able to. Oh, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Put your earphones on, do some cleaning. If you're on your lunch break, do what you got to do. I appreciate you guys just being here with me. Hey, Starry, how are you? Then we got KK's. Hello, everyone. Hope all is well. Let's bring baby girl home. Yes, let's bring her home. Let's bring the baby girl home. That little girl is out there somewhere, you guys. Summer Moon is out there, and it's heartbreaking. I think we can all agree it is heartbreaking, especially because right now everybody's getting their kids off to school, first day of school. And I keep thinking about, what would she be doing? What, her little first outfit, her cute little shoes. Was she going to have a backpack? Was she going to have a lunch pail? Was she going to have a lunch bag? What would her first snacks be? Was she going to eat in the cafeteria? Her first teacher, her first friends. It's so heartbreaking to know that somebody has robbed her of that. And I'm still praying that, justice will be served. I know it's frustrating. We're all waiting. But like everyone keeps saying, it takes time. Look at the case recently that everybody is talking about. The Barry Morphew? Is that how you say his last name? Look at that case. He's a year later has been arrested. So somebody is responsible, right? We can all agree somebody is responsible for her being gone. A child does not just vanish. So Morphew. Just Barry, okay? Barry has been arrested. Um, Demon says, I'm sure she's not alive. Well, we're going on 2 months. And if we, but then again, I just keep thinking, like, where is she? Right? Where is she? Where is she? So I never followed the Barry case. I followed it a little bit, John. Oh, hi, John. I didn't even see you here. I followed that case a little bit, but not to the T of it all. But I was intrigued recently with it. Hey, Amanda, what's up, beautiful? Patty says, I pray it doesn't take a year. Oh, God, I hope not. I really hope it doesn't take a year. I just hope she's found. Like, let's just find her, focus and find her. And I know law enforcement is doing everything they can, like they said, in that, the newest briefing that they did. Well, it wasn't really a briefing. I think we only got like 20 seconds of a statement from him. And I'll play that for you guys. But basically, everyone's still a suspect. Everything's still on the table with them. All the rumors surfacing around social media and, all that stuff. So, hi, Desiree. How are you? Yeah, I know. I was thinking that too, Desiree. Really good point. She says, even the boys' first day of school, they're missing out on that. And how horrible is that for them? Their whole lives have just been switched like that over, like within a second, their whole lives. And they're so young. What are they, 12? Correct me, 12, right? I think, or 11. I know the younger one's 9, but I have 11-year-old, so it's just heartbreaking to see all of that. Amanda says, I'm back. Yeah, that's a really, let me hide that. Classic and sincere. What is up with that one too? That's a case that's just mind-blowing, right? Because not only one child, but 2 children are just gone. I don't understand that one for the life of me. And I believe one of them just had a birthday, which is heartbreaking, right? And Dee says, Dee, are you here? I think I just seen Dee's name. Hey, everyone. My apologies. I'm late. Oh, Dee, stop it. Dee's like the manager of the channel. She makes sure I know everything. So what are we going to do today for this live? Let's talk about that. So what I wanted to do today was just basically, I want to talk to you guys and see what you guys, oh, thank you. Hold on. Let me highlight that. Thank you, darling. Thank you. I think he's going to be 13 in September. Thank you, Hun's Home Life. I'm going to call you Honey Life. So 9, 11, and 13. I think he's going to be 13 next month, which again, he's going to have a birthday and hopefully everything is sorted out by then. Hopefully, let's pray. So then he can enjoy his birthday with his family. Again, with his brothers and siblings. It's just heartbreaking. Jennifer says, it just baffles me that they are not reaching out to the media, begging for Summer to be found and begging for their daughter to be returned. Yeah, well, I know, right? And, it's, I know. And especially okay, let me ask you guys a question. For the ones who've been following the case from the very beginning, I feel like we've seen the stages that this has gone on, right? With the family, with what they've been saying, what they have not been saying. And I've started noticing in the comment section, so that's why I want to do this live too, to talk to you guys about where are you guys at with this case? You as my viewers, as my subs, as my members, what are you guys thinking? I went back and I was reading a lot of the comments on my videos, and it's interesting to see that some of you, now you guys think that Dawn is involved when you didn't before. Some of you think that Candace is innocent. Some of you think that Candace is involved and Dawn's not. Some of you think the parents are 100% innocent. Some of you do believe there was an abduction. I've seen comments where people think Grandma Candy might be involved. There's just different, I see there's different opinions, a lot going on. And people are saying like, well, I once thought this and now I'm thinking that. So that's what I kind of want to talk to you guys about. And then we're going to listen to, I feel like I'm talking loud. And then we're going to listen to David Dotson's interview. And why do I want to do that and go back and listen to that? Well, for one, we haven't done that yet. And I feel like one thing on the channel I like to do with you guys is listen to everything and anything related to the case. And this is someone who was their friend, even though he's only known them a short period of time of 3 months. He still was considered a church friend. Candace did call him looking for Robin, but he ended up going over there that night. He did talk to the boys that night because he talks about that in the interview. Also, he talks about what Dawn has told him, what Candace told him. And and a couple of other things he says that I am like, interesting. So something else he did say during that interview was that I think it's 10 days before Summer was reported missing, the church had I think it was a garage sale, he said. And I thought that was interesting because if an abduction did happen, what if somebody that went to that garage sale, maybe, they seen Summer? I mean, we don't know. If we think about who would have taken her, to me, it just doesn't make sense for some random stranger to be like driving around and be like, hey, I'm going to go check to see who's here right now. Where they live, how to get up there, it doesn't sit right with me for a stranger. If she was abducted, I do believe it was someone who was familiar with being on the property. And also maybe someone who Summer would have been so willing just to go with. I just keep thinking she didn't scream. She didn't we have 3 boys in the house, even though they were watching TV and being occupied, playing the video game. I'm sorry. Then you have Grandma and you have Candace. It's just so odd to me. So it makes me think if she was taken, what if she did know them? And then you have to go back to think, okay, well, who's in their circle? Who would she be comfortable with? And unfortunately, you guys, looking at everything, hearing the interviews, it seems like the only people they really were around for at least the months prior would be the church people. I mean, that's all it seems like they were doing was being active in the church. So, because I know Allie wasn't even talking to her around that time, so she's not on the property, right? H says he hadn't talked to her for a while, just somewhat on Snapchat, I believe he said. So, who else was in their circle? Who had access up there? I did see an Amazon, I believe it was an Amazon box when Chris from the interview room walked inside there. I think I should recognize an Amazon box. I mean, they do come to my house weekly, but I think it was an Amazon box I seen. So do they get deliveries frequently? Is it the same person delivering it? Could it, if we're going to go with the abduction thing, we got to think who has access to being up there all the time. Candace smoked weed. We know that. Where is she getting that from? H said she had a drug dealer allegedly. I don't know if that's true or not. Candace could say that's not true, but it could be true. So if she did, were they going on the property, giving it to her? Who has access to being up there? Again, the children aren't going to think, oh, that's a drug dealer. They're going to think, oh, that's mom's friend, so maybe Summer would be comfortable with that. These past few days, I've just been really thinking of outside of the box with this case, and not getting just stuck on focusing on just, okay, it's this one person, because we're only 2 months in and we don't know, unfortunately. I mean, I don't know what the hell's going on with this case. Starry says, not an abduction in my opinion. Elizabeth said, we had a case in Wisconsin where a teen was murdered by a delivery driver. Yeah. I mean, I am almost positive that was an Amazon box that was open. So we don't know who it was, you guys. Also, before we get started, I do want to just say, as you can see, don't be an ass in my chat. And that basically just means don't be disrespectful. If you have a problem with another creator, please do not bring that to my chat. That's a zero tolerance that I have. I'm true crime. I love true crime. I'm a true crime junkie. I hate drama in my real life. I try to avoid it as much as possible, to be honest with you. It does come in my life. I mean, it's a given, right? But I just don't like it. So do not talk about creators in my chat. If you have a problem with the creator, take it elsewhere. If you see that creator in my chat, and if just block them. Okay. You as a sub can easily hit that button and block them so you don't have to see their comments, right? So let's just keep it drama free here. Because if you do bash a creator, you'll be timed out. If you continue to do it, you're just going to be blocked. And I hate blocking people for that reason. It's kind of unnecessary, but in a way it is necessary, because then I feel like you're just being disrespectful to me in my own home. And we don't want to do that, because then I get ugly. Hey, Dorothy, I haven't seen you in a minute, girlfriend. Hey, Kevin B. Hi, Eddie. How are you? Hello. So he got rid of the proof he didn't change. What are you talking about, brighter days? Let me see what you guys are saying. So that's basically what we're going to do today. We're going to have a little discussion. What do you guys think? Do you see I see the case shifting a little bit. Unfortunately, I do see the drama being created. I do see it. I'm not blind. I see it. And it's really unfortunate, you guys, because it's taking away from Summer from talking the case. It is. Being caught up in the drama, you guys, what is that? How do you feel when you log off? Like, seriously, I always wonder that. When you're done, how do you feel? Do you feel better? Do you feel good? Or do you feel shitty? I know when I watch drama channels sometimes they're funny. I'm not going to lie. I do watch them sometimes. But when they're really bad and they're like screaming, and I'm just like, whoa, that's just like toxic. And I'm just like, let me rewind. Let me get out of here. So, it's just let's just be better, right? Let's be better. Let's focus on Summer. And since we do true crime here, unfortunately, I look at everybody involved into this case. So that means the family, and that means the church people. That means anyone that would be close knit and have access to Summer, I want to look at, and I want to analyze, and I want to discuss it with you guys. Does that make me a bad person that I might be looking at the family like, with my side eye? No, because unfortunately, how many times does it end up being a family member? And I'm not saying that's what's going on in this case, but we've seen it before where they say they're not involved and everything seems legit, and then bam, they've been arrested, right? So if you guys can handle having the discussion, then that's great. I appreciate that. Just like I said in the beginning, just don't be an ass in my chat. That's all I ask. Don't be an ass in my chat. So let's see what you guys are saying. Don has told the story of what happened to Summer. Yes, he has told the story what's happened to Summer. For myself, you guys, in the beginning, and I've said this before, I didn't really look at Don. I didn't, because I thought, well, the man says he's at work. Candace called him. H says he called Candace. So then I was like, wow, I'm big on data. Like I told you guys, I'm really big with data. I said it last time, Agent Kobach's statement of phone data don't lie, people do. So I figured Don would be really stupid to say he's at work when there's going to be phone conversations, right? So I'm still holding on to that to back up what Don is saying. Hold on. Sorry, Amanda's texting me. She's being distracting. But I won't take Candace off the table because something happened to Summer on her watch, unfortunately. So I feel like I'd be silly to take her off the table, and that's just who I am, though. Example, the case that I'm looking at with the little 5-year-old that went missing in Utah. Everything with that case, if it's true what's being said, that neighbors seen him outside, to me, that case looks like, unfortunately, a crime of opportunity where this little boy might have just been wandering and So I just, with that one, I kind of feel someone that lives maybe not in that neighborhood, maybe just driving by, I don't know, and maybe seen him by himself and took him. For that one, I don't think the parents are involved in that one. I really don't. I could be wrong. It's so early to tell, but what I've seen so far, I think that was just like that. What is it? The wrong timing? Is that how you say it? I don't know, but I'm still not taking dad, even though I don't think the family's involved. I'm still not taking dad off the table because at the end of the day, something happened to Michael under dad's watch. So that's just the way I think, you guys, though. Let me see what you guys are saying because you know me, I just start rambling and rambling and rambling. Hey, Dawn. Hey, Scott. So, hey, Megs, how are you, love? Hi, Sarah. Hi, Melissa. Hey, Kevin B. Kevin says Summer's last car ride was in a red Subaru. So what makes you say that? So that means you think Dawn had her? Is that what you're saying? Don't got a temper. Sarah says she doesn't got a temper. You don't got a temper? Dawn's got a temper. Sarah, I thought you said you don't have a temper. I'm like, good. That's a good thing, girl. Hi, Carmen. And honestly, you guys, I've been watching the live streams because I've been sick and that's all I can do right now is just watch the live streams. I didn't really watch the last two with Dawn. I've watched some of it, pieces of it. I do need to go back and watch them again. Um, Kevin says yes, he believes that Dawn took her. Okay. But if he was let's talk about that one. So if you think, Kevin, if you think Dawn took her, how do we explain him at work? What do you think about that? What if the pinks come back and point him at being at work, though? Because that's what I'm holding on to when it comes to Dawn is those phone pings. I keep thinking, and I don't care what this person says or that person says. I'm not easily swayed. I'm really not. I mean, just ask Amber if she's here in chat. She'll end up being here. But, with the Chris Watts case, I don't know how many times she tried to tell me about the explosion theory. And I was always like, and then I go look at my stuff and I'm like, yeah, no. I'm easily entertained, but I'm not easily swayed by far. He could have left work and came back. Very true. Very true. But I did see on another creator's channel that she did have screenshots allegedly from a coworker. So if those screenshots are true, I'm not saying they are because we don't know. And you know me, I like to see things and talk to people myself. But if they are true, then I think it did say that he was there from, I think it said 8:30 to 5:30, I believe, that they seen him throughout the day. I think that's what it said. Okay, here we go. His coworker said that he was there all day and still was when he oh my gosh. His coworker said that he was there all day and still was when he left at 5:30. Yeah, I seen that. So how can we explain that then? And you got to remember too, Candace, we know that they spoke at least twice, right? Once when she was at Walgreens. And if you believe what H says, that would have been early on, not later. And then, of course, when Summer has been missing and Candace calls him. Let me scroll up to see. Hey, Delana, how are you? I was going to say Delani. I'm all Delana. How are you, love bug? Too many Forever Young says too many unknowns right now. We're out of evident loops, so only guessing. That's very true. Very true. And unfortunately, when the sheriff, when he gave his statement yesterday, he just basically said the same thing that, rumors on social media, people calling them about these rumors. Also, he said, everybody is still a suspect no matter what you hear. And what did he say? Everything is still on the table. So, yeah. Yeah, Smoky Blue Days says, I like that name. I'm like you, waiting on the pings. Yeah, I'm waiting on the pings, and we might not even know, you know? Something that I thought was interesting, though, you guys, that, I'm sure Don's going to explain this in a couple of days, is because what I've been doing since I was sick, like I said, I had nothing to do with my time but watch things. So I did go back and I was watching anything and everything with Donald. And if you've been here from the beginning, I think you can see how, and I've said this before, how when things are said in the groups or things are said on a video or something, I feel like Don comes out and gives an explanation for it without saying he's giving an explanation for it, if that makes sense. He kind of just adds it to the storyline. It's just an added detail. And that bothers me all the time. Now, maybe he didn't have anything to do with what happened to Summer. Maybe now it's just him. I don't know. I kind of feel, you guys, and this is my opinion, I kind of feel in a way that he's kind of liking this attention. I'm not going to lie. I mean, Candace has been quiet and she's smart. She's been quiet. I don't think he can shut Don up if his life depended on him. I'm not even kidding you. And like, what is he even talking about anymore? Right? It's bashing this person now. It's not even about Summer anymore. It's really, it's heartbreaking to see that unfold, especially if you've been following it from the beginning. You know what I'm talking about. Hum's Life, thank you, darling, for that super sticker. I call it Snapchat. Thanks for that Snapchat. I said that last time. I was like, oh my gosh. No, but on J is for Justice, she did a phone call with Donald. I don't remember the date, but during that phone call, it was one of the more recent ones she did. Dawn said that law enforcement wanted to do another polygraph on Candace. Do you guys remember hearing that? Does anyone remember that? Thank you so much, Heather, for that super chat. Are you pampering yourself as we speak? Heather, thank you so much, love. Thank you. I appreciate that. Do you guys remember that? Hey, Sandra. Dawn says, I do. Okay. You know what I realized, you guys? There is a lot of Dawns out there. DAWN. A lot. I think I never realized that's a popular name. My gosh, all the chats I'm seeing, there's multiple Dawns everywhere. I'm like, will the real one stand up? Okay, so you guys are saying DBC. Oh, DB, I like that. She says yes. Okay. So that I wonder why. Why did they want her to do another one? That was interesting to me. And if you remember, Don said, no, she's not going to do it unless it's with TBI. He doesn't trust law enforcement. He says he only trusts the TBI. So that's something we should be talking about. Why? Why want her to do another poly? It makes me wonder, did they get phone data back with her? Did something stick out? Did something not make sense? Did they want to question her on some new things? Did H's, and this is just me speculating, okay? So don't go out there and say this is facts, but did H's data come back and show something? I mean, I just wonder why Don said recently that they wanted Candace to do another polygraph. And he said, not me. He makes sure to say, not me, just her. I don't know. I was wondering what do they want to ask her about now? So when people say there's no red flags with anything, well, I don't know. To me, I'm just like, why her? Why? What's going on there? What do they want to ask her? And Don said no. He was like, no, she's not going to do it unless TBI is going to do it, he said, because he's not trusting law enforcement right now. Heather says Don is deflecting as much as possible. I agree, you guys. I agree with that for sure. Is grandma home? I don't, Grandis. I like that. Susie, I like that. She's, Grandis is home. I don't know. Is that true, you guys? Is she home? Open minds. What's up? Good looking. No, 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 open minds. She did another one, remember? The first one, we're told that she was really emotional and she couldn't do it, and her daughter is missing, so she couldn't do the first one. So they had her wait. Hi, Nurse Bev. They had her wait, you guys, and then she went back, and that's when um, Dawn said she did pass that one, right? But recently on J is for Justice, Dawn said that they wanted her to do another one. And Dawn said, no, she's not going to do it unless it's what TBI. And I just was wondering, I wonder why. Oh, Brighter Day says she's lying about passing the first poly. She was positive for drugs, and no professional poly giver would count that or even test her with the substance on board. That's a really good comment, because if they took their blood, right? So she allegedly tested positive for marijuana. Would they test you if you're positive for marijuana? I'm wondering about that. Or does it have to be like opiates, a stronger drug, or something like that? Does anyone know? Because that's a good point right there. Dorothy says, don't believe anything unless it comes from law enforcement. Exactly, Dorothy. I'm with you 100%. Joey says, a lie detector proves nothing. The Green River killer passed a lie detector test and had a killer victim the day before. Yes, and so did what's his name? Ted Bundy. Was it Ted Bundy? I think so. My husband, okay, let's see what Amanda said. And there's a lot of Amandas out there. Amanda and Dawn, you guys have really popular names. Amanda said, my husband is a detective. Ooh, they will not test with anything in your system. How is that, having a husband as a detective? Oh my God, you ask him a lot of questions? I know I would. I'd be like with my notebook. I have some questions, honey. He'd be like, oh my God, here we fucking go again. uh-huh. Weed stays in the system for 30 days. Amanda says stressful. Oh. Is it stressful because of the line of what he does? Or, well, if he's a detective, he's still at risk, right? Like, when they're an officer, my friend's husband's an officer, and she worries about him every time he leaves the house. So that's the stressful she talks about. Hey, Trixie. Trixie says it must be nice, Amanda, to have a detective as a husband. No, I did not, Kevin. Can you put it again, please? Sorry, guys. The tire pressure. Okay, let's talk about that. I did not. Kevin, was it just recently you said it? Let me scroll up. Hold on, guys. Oh, welcome, Dawn, as a new member. How are you? Hey, Nicole, what's up? How are you? Listening, can chat. But she's driving. Yeah, okay. Just listen. Let's touch base later, love. Let's see. Brighter days. Where's that Kevin B? Kevin, was it a long time ago you said the comment? Sky says cops can lie. So they could have told them they passed the poly when maybe they did not. And the same with drug tests, possibly. Okay, so then if Candace was under the substance of marijuana, because Dawn says she tested positive, again, that's what Donald is saying, then why would they give her a test then? If how you guys are saying. Kevin, I don't see your comment. Can you write it again? I'm sorry about that. It only lets me scroll so long. Scroll. I'm here all day, guys. Brighter Day says she didn't pass the first one. Well, also in David Dotson's interview, he said that Donald told him. I don't know if he said Donald told him or Candace told him. We'll see when we listen right now. But he says that she didn't pass it. That she showed some. She showed signs of deception, which I thought, whoa, And again, this is coming from their church friend, you guys. So scroll. Yeah, scroll down. You guys know I can't even talk proper. Someone said, "You need to go back to school." I said, "Mind your fucking business." Hey, Mike, what's up? Oh, and for everybody that's emailed me, just know I've been sick, so I need to get back to all of you guys. Okay, so let's see what Clark Music, and I should keep my eye on chat because I want to see what Kevin said about this tire pressure. My theory is that Candace arranged to remove her from the house and Don's SA and CPS taking her. So you think Candace arranged to remove her from the house and Don's SA and CPS. So you think because CPS was going to be there? Is that what you're saying? Based off you believe Don was doing that? I'm trying to just see if that's what you mean. So she arranged to remove her. So do you think she's in someone's care right now and she's alive? Is that what you think? I know it only lets you guys type so much. And if you guys hear some sound, I have my fan on. Amanda says, as a healthcare provider, I don't like what I see with Summer. Can you elaborate a little bit with that, love, please? Thank you for your comment. Let me see. I mentioned CW trying to leave him, so Candace took Summer away, but my gut says different. Okay, so you think Grandis, I love how you guys say that. You think she took Summer. But what do you mean but your gut says different? Sarah says, as a therapist, her either. She doesn't like what she sees. Dorothy says, has either parent said why Summer's head was shaved? Yeah. So, if you listen to the interview that Donald and Candace did, it was something like, the boys' heads were shaved or something like that. And then Summer wanted to be like the boys. She was like a tomboy. She tried doing it herself. And then, I guess they shaved it because of that. And then Candace shaved her head to support her. But when they're talking about it, you can tell the story just doesn't seem correct. And her head was shaved, like skin bald shaved, if you remember the photo. So, with her little pixie cut, she looks adorable. Oh my gosh, she looks like a little Tinkerbell, right? But that's not how they cut her hair originally. It was originally shaved bald. So, is it true? I was told it was because lice was getting out of control and the boys kept getting it at school, all that. So I don't know. There's just all these different things. Some people also believe, hey, Delani, some people also believe, I've seen in comments, that it was shaved based off of Candace doing it to make her look like a boy in case, allegedly, if Don was doing anything to her. I've seen that comment. Hi, Alexis. I think everybody that's done an interview has lied. I think we can all agree on that, right? Everybody that's done an interview, they've lied about something. And I think it's important when they are lying to look at them, look at their faces, look at their eyes. Are they blinking? Are they looking this way? What are they doing? Because I was personally told that the heads were shaved based off of lice. That's what I was told. And that was coming from Candace to my source. I seen it with my own eyes. She said the boys kept getting it at school. So she shaved everyone's head to just, get on top of it. I guess it'd be easier. It was never said to my source that it was based off of her being a tomboy or, but then again, maybe it's a little bit of both. Maybe it was originally because of lice. When we look at that photo of Allie, the infamous photo with the fried green, allegedly it was fried green. Some people say it wasn't fried green, crumbs on there. But on the table right there, there's a box, a treatment box for lice. There's a treatment box right there and a comb. So maybe it was both. Maybe it was to clean up the lice, and then Summer ended up just liking it. So a lot of people did point out that the boy's hair was grown out more than Summer's. So I think it was that um it was based off what was said again that I seen from Candace with my own eyeballs. I think it most likely was that it was probably lice, but maybe Summer just liked it, so it was easier probably to maintain for mom. And Candace said she didn't like her hair brushed. She didn't even have a lot of hair to brush though, right? Like, I mean, you should see my kids; they're like monkeys when they're born. I'm not even kidding you. So, but Summer had really thin, short hair, so I don't know. Nurse Bev says, I think it was a punishment. Yes, let me talk about that really quick. So, this was said yesterday on, what did I watch yesterday? Someone went live yesterday. What was I watching? God dang it. And I think that was brought up as a way of a punishment. And I made a comment and I said, yes, I've seen that happen. So, let me just share this with you guys. Hi, Rita. How are you, love? Sally, that Salad Girl 362. Well, hello. um, I get distracted really fast. I apologize. Um, okay, so when I was a freshman, I had a friend. She had beautiful hair. It was probably like right here. And one day she showed up at school and her hair was chopped the fuck off. Practically not a buzz cut, but it was cut like a boy cut. And it wasn't even cut cute. It looked like someone got scissors and just chopped it off. It was like a boy's haircut. It was super short. And when she walked into the classroom, everybody's jaw just was like, what the fuck? Because she's a girl, not because she cut her hair, it was the way it was cut, but she had pretty hair. And then one day she walks in class and it was just cut like, I'm not even kidding. Someone got the scissors and just chopped it just horribly. And it was so short, like a boy's hair. Okay. And everybody was like, whoa. She told all of us friends, because we're friends, she told us that she lost a bet. And I think she said she lost a bet with her uncle or something like that. And the bet was she had to cut her hair. And all of us thought, okay, that's weird. Why? Because it wasn't even a cute cut. It literally looked like someone just got scissors. So we were like, okay, that's kind of odd. Now, one day I went to her house and her mom was there, and she got mad at her mom or whatever. And her mom said something in the lines of, you better act right before I shave your head bald this time. And I was like, oh, wow. And then she admitted to me that she was talking to a boy. Her mom found out and she lied to her mom about it, right? She was on the phone with the boy and her mom found out. So her mom chopped her hair all off, and said, see if any boy thinks you look cute now. And I'll never forget that. And she was crying when she told me, and I cried. And I remember thinking, wow, how can a mom be so evil? Like, God. But she cut her hair like that and said, see if any boy thinks you're cute now. So when people say it's a punishment, I 100% believe that because I've seen it. I'm not saying that's what happened in this case, but I've seen it and it's sad. I'll never forget that. And she was a freshman, guys. Come on, you're a teenager at that time. Who does that, right? But people are, I don't know. Every household's different, but yeah. So I've seen it. It sounds crazy, but it's people, fucking people are crazy. Yeah, it's cruel, right? Well, there was another case too, if you guys remember. Gosh, man, what case was it? That they made him, as a punishment, wear a dress to school. Do you guys remember that? It's going to rack my brain. As a punishment. Yeah, people are twisted. Yeah, it is horrible. It's really horrible. Really, really horrible to do. The lady is Tramp. It's a good movie. It happened to me all to hurt my mom. It hurt my mom so much, and my stepmom loved it. You mean your hair was cut as a punishment? Sorry, guys. When I'm explaining something, I talk to the camera and I don't look at chat. Sally. Okay, Sally. So she says, yes, they murdered that little boy. What case was it? Does anyone know that one? Where they sent him to school wearing a dress as a punishment. I can't remember. Dawn, hair is also considered a woman's identity. 100%. 100%. You guys know I went through cancer. And when I started, I think it was about 12 days after my first chemo treatment, my head was on fire. Like if I had lice, I'm not even kidding you. It was like I was scratching and scratching so bad. I started getting cuts in my hair. And what was happening was the hair was falling out from the root so fast. It was just irritating my skin. So I started noticing just hair everywhere. I'd wake up all over my pillows. I'd wash my hair all over the drain. I mean, I did a video because I was very active in recording my stages of it. And I recorded a video. I filled up a trash bag, combing my hair out, and it filled a trash bag up. And I just had all these chunks of hair missing. And the moment I had to really shave it, and I held on to that little bit of hair I had, oh my God, you guys, because it is a woman's identity. It is. But when I had to shave it, it was probably the most heartbreaking thing I've ever had to do. Even if I had the mastectomy, having to shave my head for sure was the hardest part of that cancer treatment. I'm not even kidding you guys, because your hair is your identity as a woman. It is. And people cut their hair all the time, but you do it by choice. When it's taken from you, 100% different. So I agree with that comment 100%. Could someone please give me an update? Last update I heard was I heard CPS had removed the boy. Sorry, I lost my son July 19th. So I have, oh my God, Anne, I'm so sorry for that. Everyone, give a prayer for Anne. She lost her son. I am so sorry. If you feel comfortable, if you want to share that right now, you can. We're here for you. I'm so sorry for that. I can't even imagine what you're going through. And for your question, the boys were removed. They were removed. Donald says it was because it was for their own safety. Excuse me. My throat's acting up. It was for their own safety. And I believe they're in separate. I don't think they're together. We know they did go to court over it. They had a court hearing. They do have a lawyer, obviously, with that. They're not allowed to talk about the boys, understandably. And I think that's probably why Candace has been quiet, possibly, because she has been really quiet. So they're still not back in the home. They have still been taken. Yes. We don't know the reason why. That's not been shared with us. Of course, we're not going to learn unless, Dawn and them end up telling us the real reasons. But they've been removed. Yeah, Kat says, Donald says a lot of things. Yeah, I told you guys in the beginning, Don will not shut up if his life depended on it. I don't think he can. Let me see if Anne said anything. Patty, are you really? 19 years? Oh, you give me strength just hearing that. Yeah, I think there is a cure out there. Don't get me started. And you guys, when I was going through my own treatment, I didn't want to take any pills, because you go through chemo, you have all this shit go on, right? I was like, I'm not taking these pills because it's all pharmaceutical and they're keeping me sick. Oh my God, you guys don't even know how I thought when I was going through cancer. Oh my gosh. Oh, you guys are, yes, we're sending prayers for Anne. Definitely. The lady is a Trump. Yeah, girlfriend, I had cancer. I had breast cancer. I did. I had no hair, no eyebrows, no eyelashes. I looked like an alien. I didn't realize I have a big head, right? And I didn't realize that it was my hair that made my head look big, because when I was bald, oh my God, my head was like this, like a little peanut. I had an alien head. I'm not even kidding you. Yeah, girl. I lost the hair everywhere. Yeah, I have to find humor in it. Oh, Shannon, hello. I'm so glad you're here, Shannon. Oh my God, the chat is going by fast. I'm not seeing a lot of things. I never even seen if Kevin commented. Is he still here? He's probably like, this chick didn't fucking listen to me. I'm out of this bitch. Oh, Kevin, you're right there. I did not see it again. Did you post it, Kevin? Oh my gosh, Kevin. Ooh, let me scroll up, Kevin. Hold on. Oh my God. This is what you get with me, guys. I'm all over the place. We still need to listen to David's interview, but the good thing is that it's not long. It's about 40 minutes cutting off the talk that Teresa does when he's not around. I'm going to cut that part out. We're not going to watch that. And I do have permission from Vanessa from Unmasked to show any of their stuff for education purposes. We're going to go through it and analyze it. So that's a good thing. Hold on, guys. Let me check for Kevin's comment. I'm sorry, Kevin. I'm such a bad host. Kevin, you're going to kill me. Oh, Kevin. How long did you say it? Oh my God. Do any of my mods know what he said? He's talking about a pressure in the tire, and I haven't heard anything, so I'm really interested to see what is he talking about. Oh, and it only lets me go up so much, Kevin. Does anybody... Oh, Kevin, do you want to write it one more time? Ay, ay, ay. He's like, no. Sorry, Kevin. Does anyone know what it was? Oh my gosh. Hi, Tasha. How are you, love? Oh, your mom had double mastectomy? Yeah, see, I only had cancer in one side, and I was 36 when I got it. Um and I didn't know anything about it. So I didn't do the double, and I wish I would have, cuz now that's always in the back of my mind now, but I didn't. I didn't know anything. And I was so caught up with treatment. I was just like, do what you got to do. Let's do it. I ain't dying. I'm not dying. I got kids to raise. I ain't fucking dying. That was my mentality. I'm not even kidding you guys. The doctor, when he came in, oh, here we go. The doctor, when he came in real quick, he brought tissue when he gave me my results, right? That you have cancer. And I seen the tissue and I already knew. Because who walks in with a box of tissue unless you got bad news? And I remember I seen the tissue box and I was like, what do I need this shit for? I was like, no, tell me what I got to do. What do I got to do? Let's do it. What's the game plan? I'm doing it because I ain't dying. I was like that. And then I text my boyfriend. I was like, I got cancer. I got cancer. I don't want to talk right now. You guys, it was insane. Insane. Okay. The red Subaru data will show tire pressure. If Dawn and Summer were in the car, the tire pressure is going to be different than just Dawn in the car. Do those cars have are you talking about if someone was sitting on the passenger side? Is that what you mean, Kevin? Because isn't that the same thing with the Chris Watts case? Amanda, you're in here. Amanda S. Vita. Isn't that the same thing with the truck? It can tell if somebody was sitting in that passenger side. I don't have a suit. I have no idea about those cars. I don't have one, so I don't know. It doesn't matter where you're sitting. So even if she was in the back seat or something, it would still show. It can tell, but she would be in the back. Hmm. But did they? But do we know if they took any of that data? That's it. Kevin says yes. They took that data. Oh my gosh. I hope they did. That's good information, Kevin. Thank you. I'm sorry you had to post it like 4 times. I'm so sorry about that. Tasha, well, I know for the Tristan Bailey case, the phone data, when I got my hands on that report for the incident report, um, it they got the phone data, I believe, I could be wrong. I think it was 60 days. But the dad's phone, they didn't even have that data back yet. So, and then I heard Chris from the interview room saying yesterday, I think it was yesterday, he said something, it could be 30 to 60 days. I thought it was from anywhere from 30 to 90 days. I don't know. But I think right now would be the time when all that data is starting to come in little by little. That red car is going to be one of many Dawn's downfall. Really interesting, Kevin. Thank you for that information. Scott, did I even say hi to you, Scott? 90 Zoot Zen Boot Z said 90 days. People are laughing at Patty. What did Patty say? I have a new, oh, she has a new car, everybody. Ooh, Patty, you lucky girl. The car tires, she says, I have a new Subaru. The car tries to drive. I'm not used to that. So me and my car fight for the driving rights. So it's one of those that it just drives by itself. Ooh, you fancy. You fancy, girl. I'm over here in my Kia still. I like Kia, so I get Kias every time. I like a Kia. Not a Kia, a Kia. Will 40 pounds change the tire pressure? Good point. Will 40 pounds change that, though, you guys? She was a tiny little thing, huh? I would think it does have, I'm going to assume it does have that. Most cars do nowadays, don't they? The GPS tracker. You have a Kia too? Oh my God, Heather, I tell you, we're so sisters. We are freaking so sisters. Red car is the newest keys, Don. Red car is one of the newest keys, Don. Slipped out, you mean? What do you mean? See, because I don't have one of those cars, and what do you mean, Francis Dean? I love Kias too. I think I've had 3 Kias already. Don, not John. It doesn't trust me. What doesn't trust you? The tire pressure won't change. Oh, so Heather says her man's a tire tech and the pressure won't change. So it doesn't matter if she was 40 pounds or not. Is that what you're saying? See, that's good information that you guys are saying all this because I had no idea about it. So that's something else law enforcement would be looking at, I hope. Meg says, I have to buy a new car next month or October, still saving towards. I like Kias too. Well, you're lucky. I'm trying to save everything. I have a house, but I'm trying to buy a house because the cost of living is going up in Arizona. So my money's going there. But the way I fucking spend. Let's see. Oh, I mean, can we talk about that real quick before I set up to listen to this David Dotson interview? What do you guys think about that Steve guy, the one that did that was on Chris's channel? What do you think about that? I liked him, right? I liked him a lot. I was like, wow, he's good. Someone said in the comments, can you analyze my ex-husband? I thought that was so funny. Some of the comments just crack me up, you guys. New unit of pressure. Kevin says that Don doesn't even matter. Don did not even take that into consideration. Yeah, I don't think anyone took that into consideration. I know I didn't. Sally says, you're in AZ. I live in Mesa and Chandler area for several years. Yes, girlfriend. I've been out here for 3 years. 3 years. I go out to Cali a lot though, because born and raised in California. I would love Arizona. The only thing that misses it for me is no beaches. And I love the beach. Mesa is where all the good Mexican food is because where I live, there's none. But you'll never find good Mexican food out here. I don't care what anybody says. You need to go back to Cali to get it. Go down to downtown LA. Yes. Actually, there's this man. He has like a little stand out in what is it? It's gonna bug me. I don't want to say Long Beach. Ugh, but somewhere out there. Oh my gosh. So bomb. So bomb. You're from Fresno? Amanda's calling me? Where? Sorry, guys. Amanda, where are you? I'm done. You're done with what, Amanda? Am I ignoring you? Sorry. Okay. Don't yell at me. I'm going to set up now. I'm trying to be professional. She doesn't care. Stop. Stop it, Amanda. So while I'm setting up, Amanda, are you going live tomorrow for the Watts case? I'm going to set up, you guys. I'm from, what is my favorite food? Oh, gosh. I don't have one. Well, obviously Mexican food. I eat everything, anything. I love it all. I'm not picky. Obviously. Obviously is my problem. I need to be fucking picky. I'm still trying to lose COVID weight. When did COVID freaking when did we get lifted off the lockdown in Arizona? I think it only lasted like 3 months, really. I don't think it was long. And I'm still trying to Oh man, yesterday I was like, you know what my problem is? I like sweets at night. There was someone in the chat yesterday named, I think her name was, I don't like chocolate. I was like, my hair went like, what? You don't like chocolate? Why? Who doesn't like chocolate? I love chocolate. Okay, let me see what she's saying. What do you think of Dawn's sister being positive that it was Candace behind Grandma's car in the pits? Crazy crack chick. Okay. In the group, Amanda, I'm going to talk professional here because, she's making me nervous. She's trying to get me back. Well, in the group, what's her name? She's here. She was here. Insanely Confused, I believe it was, showed pictures and their screenshots. And it shows, maybe I can show them with you guys. Because she was also saying it looked like Grandma's, no, it looked like, no, I think they were saying it was Dawn's car, right? Not Dawn's, Candace's car. I'm sorry. So wait, are they saying it can't be? Well, I mean, that was her opinion, first of all. No one really knows 100%, because it is kind of hard to tell from the photo. Let me pull it up. Hold on, guys. She's saying she was saying she was positive it was, but she's never even, has she seen that car up? I don't know. It just seemed, I don't know. Hold on, guys. I can't focus. Let me share something with you guys. Let me get these photos. Because Insanely Confused shared some screenshots. She did a really good job of the screenshots. So let me pull those up for you guys and show you guys since we're on the topic real quick. Now, I know Candace said those were totes. Candace said those were totes back. That was a tote back there. And I'm not going to lie. I don't know why. I just believed her. I can't believe I just said that out. I just believed her. I was like, oh, she said it was a tote. It was a tote, you guys. Yeah, I thought Candace had said it was a red tote, and I was just like, yeah, that looks like a red tote. So I really never went and analyzed it. Oh my God, I can't believe I'm saying that out loud. I didn't, you guys. But what's taking so long for it to load? But it wasn't until recently, Insanely Confused shared it in the group, photos, screenshots of the photos. And she was asking everybody's opinion. And I was like, huh, who knows? Now, grandma, what was it? The black tote, I believe. Was it the black tote that Candace said grandma took that one? Remember? So where's that red tote? Is it still? Where's that at? What the freak is Insanely Confused here? Hold on, guys. Hold on, I'm gonna share it with you guys. We're gonna look at the photos together. And I told myself too I was gonna have it ready for you guys, and I got sidetracked yesterday. I'm not gonna lie to you guys with that guy that murdered his two babies. What is it, Matthew Coleman, I believe. Me and Valerie, are you here? Valerie were up really late just looking at everything, social media, everything. Oh my God, you guys, that case is horrible. Amanda, you need to get on it. Okay, here we go. All right, so I'm going to. How do I do this? Oh man, fudge, 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 fudge. You guys don't mind that I do this? I have to save it and crop it. Hold on. Ah, fudge. Yeah, it's going to take too much time. You know what I'll do, you guys? I promise that I will screenshot these and because I have to screenshot them, crop them. Yeah, I don't know if you guys. I don't know if you guys can see. You guys can't see. It's too bright. But what she's saying, so I'm going to read you what she wrote. I'm going to put it on the community page, okay? So then you guys can look at them and then comment what you guys think. But what she's saying is, look at the emblem out the back window. Does that not look like the same emblem on the Canvas's car? Also, was it raining that day or is that dirt on the back window? Also, look up the top. Does that not look like a house window with the light on? Oh, so she really broke it down. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. The photos she did put up, and I even said, "Oh, this is something we need to look at during the live together." But I'm a dumb idiot. I didn't save it. I don't know. I mean, okay, because the picture they showed of a tote, someone showed a photo of a tote in the group. It just seemed really big to have in the. Why would to me it just looked like a really big tote to have in the back. I thought it was a tote, but now I'm like, I don't know. Oh wow. I feel like an idiot that I didn't have this ready for you guys. I'm sorry. I will put it on the community page, you guys, I promise. It's in my group, but I'm going to put it on the community, you guys. After this live, I'm gonna crop it out and then put it up there. So as soon as the live is over, I'll do that because since it's in the group, I gotta save it to the phone, and it's not a photo grid, so it's each a photo, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them. So it's gonna take too long with you guys on here, and I don't want to do that while you guys are all on here. Oh, thank you so what? Thank ya. He says, "Are you a boy or girl?" I was going to say she, but if you're a boy, I don't want to say that. All right, guys, let me set up now because we're an hour in, and I told myself I won't keep you guys long. I told my mods that, and they always tell me when we're done. 3 hours later, let me set up. It would have to be big. Yeah, yeah, right. Now that I'm looking at it, you're right. It would have to be a big tote. Where is that at? Is that still in Grandma's truck? Huh. You guys are good. You get me guessing. I like that. You guys are good. You guys are good. Okay, let me set up. I'm going to mute really quick. Hey, beautiful. How are you today? No, remember Chris asked for, he said a black tote, didn't he? He didn't say a red tote. Correct me if I'm wrong, you guys. Someone correct me if I'm wrong. Didn't he say a black tote? When Chris asked Candace about the tote, didn't he say black? Kat says, I don't think you need to call me crazy. And she said that grandma had taken it and it had crafts and stuff in it, remember? Amanda says, I know in one of the pictures of the house, there is a red tote outside that basement back door by the boat. But wasn't that the boat on the ground? Is that what you're talking about, Amanda? Because in one of the pictures, it looks like a red thing on the bottom. But then in the other picture, it's actually the boat because the boat's now when it's like up against the house, you could see the back of it was red. So that thing that was laying flat, that was actually the boat. Is that what you're talking about? Okay, Rita, have a good day, love. Thank you for being here. Black. Allie says black. Yeah, okay, so he did say it was a black one. Yeah, see, but in the photo, it looks like a red tote. In the photo, it looks like a red tote, possibly with a black lid on it. Possibly. That's what it looks like. But now, I don't know. Freaking A. You guys got me questioning stuff. I thought it was a tote. Candace said it was a tote. I'm interested to see what you guys say when I put those up. All right. Milk jug photo in back of truck. Yes. Okay. Candace said it was checked several times. Crazy cramp chick. It was outside of Summer's door. A red tote. Was it a big one, Amanda? Or was it a small one? Because in the picture, it just seems like a big one to me. I'm just going to say. All right, guys, let me share the screen. Let's get to this interview. Did you guys notice my neighbors stopped doing the yard? They're the best. I love them. Francis. It's ironic that there's the red barrel, the red car, the red. And if you're from the Chris Watts case, the red car. The red car. There's always a freaking red car in every damn case. I swear it haunts me. Okay, Amanda, do that, love. Please do that. Thank you. All right, I can't hear you. Oh, no, they're no longer. When I started the live, they were mowing their lawn, and if you know my lives, I swear every time I go live, they're doing their yard. It's like they're like, "Oh, Crazy's live. Let's do our yard." Now, my neighbors are the coolest as they're the coolest thing. We all get along. They're great. Okay, let me set up. Let me move this. I'm not going to look at chat. Hold on. I can't do all these things at once. Here we go. Hold on, guys. Give me a second. I haven't eaten all day. Do you hear my stomach? It's like, rawr. Hold on, guys. All right. I'm just going to set up to where they start talking to him. Hold on, guys. I just love the way Teresa interviews people. She's so good at it. I feel like if I interview someone, I'd be all over the place. Let's see. All right. And again, we're going to be listening to, let me get to my notes first, to David Dotson's interview, the one he did with Teresa from Unmasked. They did this interview on July 9th. Why do I want to go back and listen to it? Because that's what we do here. We analyze everything here, all interviews, all of it. I've taken my notes already from it. And not only that, this is the church friend, right? He was someone that showed up that evening that Summer went missing because Candace called him looking for Robin. Him and Robin showed up. And he talks about, and he did talk to the boys. He does talk about what the boys told him, at least one of them, I believe. He also talks about what Donald told him, what Candace told him. So, we're going to go over that. So, yeah, I love Unmasked too. So we're going to listen to that. So let me share my screen. I forgot what I'm doing here. Share audio. And I had got a super chat for somebody. Oh my gosh. And I didn't even say thank you. I'm so sorry. Do this way. Yeah. Let me move over a little bit. Look at my new merch in the background. On the sleeve, my boyfriend put Crazy Crime Chick. It looks so good. I can't wait to wear it. I wish Plunder went live. Wouldn't that be great? I wish she would go live. She doesn't go live though, ever. All right, guys. So can you guys see that on your screen? It looks good. Here, what about H? Karen, he does say the dogs barked. He also said the dogs were there that evening. He does. Am I crack-a-lacking right now? Because I'm sharing the screen. Just wondering. Really, Dawn? She used to go live? Oh, Susie, thank you, love bug. Amanda, stop. She said I almost tripped in my Gucci flip. Oh, she has to let us know it was her Gucci flip flops, everybody. She's fancy. My girl is fancy. I got some flip flops from Tilly's. Oh my God. We just had to know they were Gucci. God, I love her. Okay, let's do this. Again, this is not a new interview, so everybody knows.
And the search party itself, if that makes sense. Does that make sense?
Yes, that makes sense.
Okay. Perfect.
Yes.
All right. And without further ado, we'll introduce Mr. David. Oh. Well, I guess with further ado, we will enact. There he is.
There you go. Hey, David.
Hello, Teresa and Melissa.
How are you doing tonight?
I'm doing well. Thank you. I appreciate y'all having me on this evening.
We appreciate you coming on this evening. It's about keeping Summer's name out there. So anything that we can do to help, that's what we're here for.
Thank you so much. I know I spoke with the family today, and they're aware of this podcast going on, and they just wanted me to just thank you all, and just thank everyone, to your listeners, and they're so thankful to you, and we're just wanting to keep Summer out there. We don't want her story to fade away. We just want her home, and we're ready to do whatever we need to get that little precious little girl back home to us.
Amen. All right. So would you mind starting off with just telling us like how long you've known the family, how well you know the family, kind of your history, and then or a little bit about your, where your background is?
Sure. I met the family about 3 months ago through church, and so I've just known them just a few short months, and the family, they're very appear to be a very loving family. They have Summer, their daughter, and then Summer has 3 older brothers. So there's a total of 4 children in the family, and they live out in the little.
Hold on, I want to. Janet, yes, I actually talked to Vanessa. Yeah, she knows. She gave me full permission to show her live. She said, "Go for it, girlfriend. Go do it." Again, we're using this for education purposes, and the women from Unmasked are amazing. I really enjoy their work. So yeah, she gave permission. She said, "I hope you have permission, or she'll strike you." Yeah, it's all good, love.
The little mountainous region there, just outside of Kingsport and Rogersville, and they're just good. They're just good country people.
Did you meet them just like living in the same town, or did you actually meet through like church?
I met them actually through church. Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
And, but yeah, that's how we came to know each other.
Okay. And then how close were you with the family? I know that you're super close now and being very supportive and helping them out. Do you have any like fun stories, like Summer stories, like, things that she would do or fun little things that she would do that you would like to share?
Summer, she is like a little ball of energy. She just she smiles all the time. She just always running around in the church, just greeting people. During our singing service, she would run up and want to join in and sing. She wasn't very vocal, she didn't speak a lot, but her smile and just her interaction and just playing, she's just a child that just loves, she loves people, she loves playing, and she's just she's a happy child.
Was she like outgoing? Like she would just go up and be like, "Hi, everybody."
Yes, absolutely. She would come up to you and she would wave at you, even though she may never met you before. She'd just wave at you and smile.
She's so stinking cute.
She's
Scott, that is a question I've been having is where is he now? I haven't seen him at a prayer thing for a while. I know Robin was there recently, but Robin even, I believe on her Facebook, she was saying something that she was taking time to spend with her daughter. Her daughter needed her, is having a hard time with everything going on. Yeah, I mean, I can only imagine. So I know Robin wanted to kind of like distance herself a little bit based off what I read and play, people are going crazy on her, I guess. I don't know why. I don't know. But I do wonder, where is David? Because he was so vocal in the beginning, right? He came out on the news with the flute saying he was playing that every night for Summer. He took the boys out. He does this interview. I feel like after this interview, did we see him after this interview? Because this interview was July 9th. So maybe he was getting a lot of hatred. I don't know. But then also in that interview, excuse me, that Donald did with J is for Justice, one of the more recent ones, he also said something, I believe it's with her, he said it. Why am I wrecking that? Sorry. He also said that, Candace was having a hard time and that people were questioning everything, that all she had was the church people, but even they were starting to question things. So I was wondering if possibly it might have been David, one of them, that was questioning things, maybe because you don't see him anymore. And I just thought it was kind of strange because in the beginning he was so active, right? He was like all over the place. That's all you seen was him mostly. He was kind of like their spokesperson. Where is he? David, where are you?
Our church had a garage sale about 10 days before she went missing, and her and her brothers and her grandmother and her mother were there, and they were just having a wonderful time. They were playing, and all the children were playing together, and coloring, and it was just um like I said, she wasn't like a loner, if you will, but she was just she was very
Okay, so right there, did you hear how he said that there was a yard sale about 10 days before Summer was missing? That's what I was saying. Is it possible someone from that yard sale might have seen her? I mean, if we're trying to go down and think about the, abduction thing, could that be? We don't know. Summer was there. He's saying she was running around playing, having a good time. I mean, I wonder if law enforcement did contact and see who was at that yard sale, try to pinpoint it. I mean, it did. I don't think that would be stupid to do. I don't know. My opinion.
just outgoing.
Melissa, did you have a question?
I keep going in and out. My audio is messing up.
Oh no. Okay.
I'm trying to fix it.
Okay, no problem. I just noticed, like, I was like, wait a minute, maybe she had something she wanted to add. So David, what can you share about June 15th? If there's anything that you're able to share. I mean, obviously we've talked about this on many of our lives when we cover, multiple cases, but specifically with Summer, we don't want to share anything obviously that would do any hindrance to any form of investigation. But I am aware that you were you at the home that night?
Yes. What happened is during the day I had spent the day with my daughter and took my daughter out to eat. And about 7:30 that evening, I was at home, and Summer's mother had called me, and she said, "David, we have an emergency. Summer is missing." And she was also trying to reach another one of our church members. Her name is Robin, and she was unable to get a hold of Robin, so she called me and see if I could try to get a hold of Robin for her. We were able to get a hold of Robin, and Robin and myself, we made our way out to their home. I'd never been out to their home before. I had to get the address from them, but by the time we got out there,
Okay. So no matter how many times I hear this interview, from the first time I seen it to even as many times as I've watched it, um, it always bugged me how he had to point out he's never been there. I don't know. Why have to point that out? If instead of just being like, oh, I went there that night with Robin, we got there. He makes it a point to say he's never been there before and he had to get the address. I just thought that was odd that he had to point that out. Every time I hear it, that part always sticks out to me. And there's a couple times he says, he makes it known that he's never been there. And it's just kind of like, why I have to point that out for?
it might have been about, oh goodness, maybe 8:30 or so, and there was a high police presence. There were aircraft already in the air. They had the police dogs out. There was probably about 100 search and rescue personnel, fire department already out there when we arrived.
Wow. Okay. And Robin is actually somebody that was She was like the school teacher at the church, correct? I think her and Summer were very, very close.
Yes. Robin and Summer they were very close. And Robin taught her Sunday or her Sabbath school class.
Yeah, I think that's one of the ones that Candace referred to, that Summer would always light up when she would see her at church.
Yes. It was. It's Summer and Robin. They were very close, and Robin was just I know for example on Mother's Day, Summer made Robin
Well, Candace was trying to originally get a hold of Robin. So I guess she called him looking for Robin and then told him what was going on. And then he came with Robin. He says when we arrived there. So I'm assuming they possibly went there together. Or maybe, I don't know, were they in separate cars? I don't know. But originally, Candace was looking for Robin. She wanted Robin to be there. I'm guessing that's why, or let her know what was going on. But then he went there.
a necklace and gave to her. And that's just, that's the type of child Summer is. She's a loving child. She's very, she likes everyone, and she always she always has a smile on her face and just very outgoing.
Melissa, how you doing over there?
I'm doing good now. It was breaking up at first to go in and out. I do want to ask about the red truck that everyone keeps talking about.
Yes, ma'am.
Do they know who it belongs to? I keep seeing there's a guy missing. It's the neighbors. It's someone else's. Can you clarify on the red truck?
What I can share with you, and this is what Summer's parents shared with me. They and please forgive me, I can't remember the time frame. It might have been last week, but they did find a red pickup matching that description, and it was in a different county. And when of course, the license plates had been removed, and Summer's dad and mom both told me that when they ran the VIN number, it came back to one of their neighbors. And that's the last I heard of it. And I asked Don, who is Summer's dad, if they had heard anything else from the sheriff's department, and they had not. So I don't know if it's I don't know where that lead or what happened to that, but I do know what Don and Candace told me is that the red truck was found, or a red truck was found, and the VIN number did match one of their neighbors.
So this would be a different red truck, right? Because we know that they're still looking for the red truck. So this would be a different one. Now, I know recently Don brought up seeing a red truck. He said it was the morning of, and I know there was confusion, and we'll go into that. But recently, in one of the interviews he did say something that, there was a red truck that morning that he's seen, and there was a girl in the car. Her hair looked like it hadn't been brushed or something, I think he said, in 2 months. And people were like, what? And he was asked, I think, twice. So that day, and he said twice, yes. Then I'm sure, because everybody in the Facebook group after that was talking about it, like, what the hell is this about? Like, and then there was police had showed up and stuff like that, and the police knew Don, and it was just really weird. So everybody was talking about it in the group. So I know Don's seen what everybody was saying in the groups. Okay, we know he sees it all. And the next day, I seen on another channel that it was said, Don clarified and said, oh, no, he was wrong. That red truck that he's talking about, that he's seen that allegedly that morning, it was actually I think he said 8 days before, and that he had something in, I don't know, his ears were plugged or he couldn't hear right. And yeah, it was really and that's the thing with Don. He says these things where, I'm going to just say it, I feel like he just throws shit out there to either confuse people, to make it fit something. I don't know. But the next day he did, when he was asked about it, he said, oh no, that something was wrong with his ear, or he didn't hear correctly. So I don't know.
Now, is the
Okay.
neighbor still around? Did they talk to the neighbor that the red truck belonged to?
Summer's father told me that the law enforcement was going to be speaking to the neighbor, and that was the last that I had heard from them concerning the red truck.
Okay. So we're gonna leave that tip up and make sure that you guys still see a truck with the ladder bed and the white buckets in the back. You guys still make sure that that's something that you guys are keeping an eye out on, because I don't want to, in case it's not the right truck, I just want to make sure we're still looking until we hear otherwise.
Yeah, right. And yeah, please continue to look. Like I said, there are so many tips that come in, and there's so many things that are being said. And of course, the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation, FBI, the Sheriff's Department, they're looking into all of those. And it's real important for, sometimes you have people that just want to get out there and, be keyboard warriors, if you will. And they want to just say, hey, let's add to the confusion. And when people start adding to the confusion because they want to be part of the story,
right?
It takes away diligent efforts from our local law enforcement and our federal law enforcement. So I would just ask people to please, stop the rumor mills. I guess it's human nature. People start, spreading rumors and everything, which does not help the case. It does not help us to find Summer. And our main focus is getting Summer back home.
Right. When you have been to their house, there was, speaking of rumors, I just want to see if you can clarify this one, because obviously we've never been there. One of the things was that there's many dogs, like 20 plus dogs around the property. So is there 20 plus dogs around the property?
There are several dogs on the property. If I had to guess, I have probably seen myself, I probably have seen maybe 5 or 6 dogs.
Okay.
I've never seen like a herd of dogs, if you will. I've never seen 20 dogs.
Right. That would be like a herd of dogs. Absolutely.
Exactly. And,
did they bark at you when you went on the property?
Well, when we arrived there was so much going on already. There was a huge police presence already up at the house. And so, I mean, the dogs were already kind of walking around, looking around. And, but as far as I can't remember.
Okay. So thank you so much. I'm good 78. She says, oh, and I just love that photo. You always get me, girl, with that photo. It says, hello, I'm wondering if she will be found by this time next year. Take care, all. Well, I hope she's found sooner than that, because I can't even imagine a year of her not being found. That's just heartbreaking. So hopefully they find her soon, because I think it's just heartbreaking for all of us to know that that little baby is out there somewhere. But thank you for that super chat. Enjoy your day. And again, I just love that photo. So classy. I love it. Thank you. I appreciate it, love. Thank you. I appreciate that. So regarding the dogs, you guys, he says that when he got there, so he said he got there around 8:30, right? He showed up with Robin, and the dogs were there. He said he's seen about what? 8 dogs he's seen? So you know how Donald is saying that when police were there, there was no dogs there. And I believe he's just saying that to fit this. I'm going to say it. It's just, maybe he didn't have anything to do with it. I don't know. But if he really believes she was kidnapped, maybe he wants everyone else to really believe it. So that's why he's saying things now like, oh, because the one question everybody's been saying is, how come the dogs didn't bark, right? So now it's just interesting that now he's saying, oh, the dogs weren't there that day when the police were there. So David's saying the dogs were there. So I don't know. I'm sure there's going to be a correction to that statement soon by Don, because that's what he does, if you noticed. But he says they were there. Also, Candace, in her interview she did with not Times News, I'm sorry, with the newspaper, what is it called? Amanda, what's the newspaper that Candace did the interview with? Jesus, I can't think of the name, but she talks about it, that she seems really upset that law enforcement the next day, they come back with the dogs, the cadaver dogs and stuff, and she's upset because she's saying that, they didn't even tell her, and they should have told her so she could put the dogs somewhere, and they already knew she had dogs, right, from the day before. So that tells me right there too, the dogs were there. So why is Donald saying the dogs weren't there? I don't know. I really don't know. Yeah, Nurse Bev. And that's the thing, is that, the thing with Don is that if he has nothing to do with it, then why does he keep giving these details, like saying the dogs weren't there now? It's like, what is the point? And again, let's just say he doesn't have anything to do with it, because we don't know. And I'll be honest, I don't know. I'm holding on to that data, so I'm still saying I don't think he has anything to do with it. I know a lot of people disagree with me, and I'm okay with, if it comes out and he is, hey, I was wrong. But I am waiting on that data. But, the more he talks, though, I'm not going to lie, it does make me wonder, like, what are you doing? Why are you saying these things? You're saying the dogs weren't there now? You had so many interviews, Dawn, that you have done. He had 4 with Times News. I think it was 4 of them. He did, a newspaper one before he actually, went to that one. Then he did the one that we seen where he's with his son. Then he did another one with Candace. All these interviews he's done. And some of them, the dogs have been talked about. Not once, you guys, did he say the dogs weren't there. Because that's what people have been saying, right? They've been saying it on his Facebook. They've been saying it on videos. Even when he's been during his interviews, it's been talked about, these dogs, because that's what everyone's wondering about. How come not one barked? Not one. How come he never said in the beginning, oh, you know what? The dogs weren't there that day. Not once did he say it until recently. And those things right there is what gets me to look at Don like, what are you doing? Like, bro, what are you doing? What is the point of saying this? Makes me really question what the hell's going on with him. That's where I stand with that. But if the dogs really weren't there, he would have said that from day one when everybody was saying the dogs. Not once did he say that. But interesting, now he's saying that. But I have a feeling it's going to be corrected, and he's going to say something like, you know what? They were around not right when I got there, but they showed up. He's going to fix it. I just feel he is, because that's so alarming to me. I'm sorry, it is. Sally says, if his lips are moving, he is lying. Yeah, I think, and again, you guys, if he doesn't have anything to do with this, because we don't know, is it possibly that he just 100% really believes that she was kidnapped, and he wants people to believe it? So what he's doing now is doing everything possible to make it look like it. But I don't know. I don't know. Thank you for that. I appreciate that, Mike. And I need to email you back. I need to email everybody back. Maybe with all of the police activity, the dogs got scared and left. Wow, Nikki, I would be like, okay, but Candace, in her interview she did with the newspaper, she was really upset because when they came back, she talks about when they come back the next day, that, when they brought dogs, that she was upset because they should have known she had dogs from the day before. So that tells me the dogs were there that day. So I'm going to just say it. Don's lying, you guys. He's lying. He's lying, saying the dogs weren't there. Candace says the dogs, she doesn't say the dogs were there, but she was upset that, and she says law enforcement should have known because obviously the dogs were there. Now, what I thought Don should have just said, and I would have believed it, if Don would have said, you know what? We have all these dogs, right? And they bark at everything. They bark at squirrels. Squirrels, there we go again with the squirrel. They bark at, the wind. They bark at everything. There's so many of them. They just bark at everything. So when they were barking, but we didn't pay attention to it because they bark at everything. Then I would have been like, okay, I can see that happening. Anyone who has dogs, I think some people do have dogs and they bark at everything, right? And when you hear them barking, you don't even pay attention to it anymore because you're like, oh, that's what they do. Then you have other dogs like my dog. When my dog barks, you best believe someone's outside my house. That's the only time my dog barks is when someone's outside. He's an indoor dog, so he's like our little guard dog. And never fails when he barks, I go, look, someone's coming up. Give me 1 second, guys.
Remember I don't remember them coming up and like barking at me or anything because I mean they had never seen me there before, and I was did they come up and start growling at me or anything like that? No, they didn't. And as far as like just barking at me, they didn't even like run up and start barking. Like I said, there were so many people already on the property by the time I got there that evening.
Okay. And any other time that you've been there when there wasn't that amount of police presence that's ever like you've ever noticed?
Well, yeah. I mean, they have we've taken the family food and everything, and we've gone to visit with them. And they'll as we're pulling up the drive, a couple of dogs will run up there, just kind of start barking and everything. There's been times like this. So yeah, that they barked at that time, but it wasn't like they were going nuts or anything like that.
Okay. Thank you for clarifying that for
you're
us.
welcome.
Else, I didn't even know I turned my camera off. Something else. One thing you notice when Chris arrived there, they barked when he first arrived, and something what David is saying, it verifies it too, that when he first got there, they barked, but once they get to, I don't know if it would get to know him, they stopped barking. Now, I think with Chris, when he arrived there, I think the dogs really stopped barking when Candace came out. They kind of got calm because the owner is there. You know what I'm saying? Like with our dog too, he does the same thing. If someone new comes around, he'll bark at you. But if we're right there, he'll stop because we're right there with him. But I think that might be kind of why the dog stopped barking when Chris was around. Also, it seems like they do get mellow once you've been there for a minute, which again, maybe if she was abducted, the person, I feel if it was someone that knew, maybe they barked at first and then they stopped because they recognized the person. You know what I'm saying? And I hope you guys don't mind. I'm going to eat some toast on camera. I haven't ate and I feel kind of jittery, so I'm going to turn my camera off so you're not seeing me eat some toast with peanut butter. Our dog would always get extra rough or two in. Sorry, Nurse Bev, I'll shut up. Why, Susie? What are you saying? She said, sorry, Nurse Bev, I'll shut up. That's what I was wondering. Did they have the chain the whole time? Is that something that's always there? I can't remember if that's something Dawn has talked about. Do you guys remember if the chain has always been there? I'm gonna eat some toast. Can you guys hear me chewing? Sorry. Heather says, eat that toast. Yeah, I haven't ate all day, you guys, and it's going to be 1 o'clock, so I do feel a little jittery. I did cardio, so I feel a little jittery. I need to eat. But we can hear you. Can you hear me chewing? I'll mute. I hear your crunchy peanut butter. No, it's probably my toast. You know, peanut butter is kind of like when I eat this wheat toast. So yeah. So does anyone know? Do they keep that chain? Um, Hey Julie, how are you, love? JJ. That's why I'm gonna call you JJ because you change your name all the time. It's always something. But what's up? What's up, Julie? Julie's my girl. You guys be good to her. She changes her name all the time. Can you guys hear my stomach growling? So do you guys know if they kept that chain up all the time or was that something that was done after? Because if it was done before, how were people getting on their property doing drugs? Isn't that what Donald said? That there would be people parked on his property? Isn't that what he said? Yeah, me too, Susie. I wonder if that chain is something new. I'm sure Don's going to explain that to us soon. Because didn't Don said that people were going on his property and doing drugs or some shit like that? Wait, what? Hold on, guys. Hold on, I seen a comment. Yes, he did. Okay, so Kelly, how I think maybe the chain might be a new addition then. I think that's a new one. No, Nikki, are you talking about when they came back when they came back with Chris? I'm talking about before Summer was missing. Was that chain there? Because if you remember, Don talked about people being on his property, but if the chain is there, how would they be getting on his property? So that's what's making me wonder if that was something added just because of, I mean, it would make sense, right? Because Summer was taken. I know, the baby kitten. I know. I don't like cats, you guys. Don't come for me. I'm sorry. They kind of scare me. Pip Longstocking, how are you? Just love that name. I can watch that. That reminds me of my childhood. Yeah. Oh, I don't believe, Heather, I don't believe in that dog trail. I'm saying that now. I think that's a lie. I'm saying it now. Actually, I'm working on a video for that. I'm going to just say it. That's Don giving that story about where it ended, all of that. I don't believe that for 1 second. Yeah, Pippi Longstocking. It reminds me of my childhood. I loved watching that as a kid. Loved it, loved it, loved it. Yeah, he said. Well, Don makes from Don's statement. It seems like they're smack in the middle of a drug infested community. To be honest with you guys, which is scary. If that is true, that's really scary. You love kitties? Kitties are cute, but when they become a cat, they're scary. The way they look at you and they're like, meow. I don't know. I don't like that sound. I like a dog. Sorry. I mean, they're cute, but no. Oh, Nurse Bev, I have compassion for all animals. You'll enjoy my house. I have almost every animal. I'm surprised. My boyfriend wants to get chickens now. Great. He's like, you can't live in Arizona without chickens. I guess we have everything except cats. We don't have cats. All right, let me push play, you guys. Cats rule. I know a lot of people love cats, you guys. I know, but there's just something. Don't come for me. I know. And you know what's funny? I grew up with cats. That's what we had in our house. We always had the stray cats come to our house. Always. I don't know. All right, let me hit play. Okay, hold on.
So they would bark if someone did pull up or walk up on the property.
I would think they would, because I mean they barked at my car when I course, they know me now, but they barked at my car, and when I would get out, they would stop. But yeah, absolutely. I think that if there was just someone coming up the drive, I would think they would bark. And that's just my opinion.
Okay.
And do
Well,
all
we
the
appreciate
dogs
it.
belong to Candace and Don?
I do believe so. I do believe so.
All right. So Don had mentioned in one of his interviews something about a yellow car. Do you know anything about the yellow car?
I do. I have not heard anything about a yellow car. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. No worries. Yeah, that's why it was one of the things, because I had not heard a yellow car before he mentioned it. So that's why I thought we could ask you, since
Absolutely. Yeah, I have never I haven't heard any reports of a yellow car. I haven't I've been watching the news regular too, and I haven't heard any reports on our local news stations either.
Okay. So let's see. Miss Melissa, what you got?
I'm actually working on a video about the yellow car too, and everything Don's saying about it too. Just want to say.
Oh. I think, I mean, all I wanted to clear up was the red truck. Anything else you can think of?
So one of the things that we were talking about prior to coming on was that we are concerned about the search scaling back. Can you tell us about that?
Yes, ma'am. I can tell you what I know from what I've heard from the family. I believe it was last week that maybe last Monday they scaled down their search. They had searched over 5,000 square acres, and there have been hundreds of search and rescue folks out there. They've been using drones, helicopters. It was such an.
I also forgot to point out, because I was too busy eating my peanut butter, but when he's going around talking about the dogs and stuff like that, he does make it a point again. So this would have been the second time he goes in there and makes it a point that the dogs have never seen him there before. I don't know. I tell you guys, he does make it. He does take the time to let us know a couple of times that he's never been there, which I don't know why. It just never sits right with me. I'm not accusing the man of anything, but it's just something that's always stuck out to me. Always.
An intense search, and they were checking, from my understanding, they were checking neighbors' homes. There's a lot of abandoned structures out there too. There's a lot of the undergrowth is so thick, and it was very treacherous for our search and rescue folks. And they just worked diligently, and unfortunately, after about 2 weeks, they had felt like they had searched that immediate area. And my understanding from the family is that now they were expanding that search, but it was kind of being cut down in the local area.
Do you and the family at this point, or the family, I should say, do you guys believe that Summer could have wandered off at all now that you know how much of that terrain has been searched with the dogs?
I just Summer's dad told me that two of the dogs, and like I said, I did not hear this from the police. This is what Summer's dad, Don, told me. He said two of the dogs picked up her scent on the driveway, and then when they got at the bottom of the driveway to where their road is, the scent stopped.
And that's when I will say, bam. Did you guys hear that? Did you guys all hear that? Hey, Shar, how are you, love? Hi, Ember, how are you? Did you guys hear that? Did you hear that? He said, this is the church friend. So this isn't someone who's trying to get back at them. Okay, this is the church friend. He just said that Donald told him two of the dogs, meaning the search dogs, they picked up Summer's scent. He didn't say Summer, he said her, but I'm saying Summer. Her scent on the driveway. And it got to the bottom of the driveway and then it stopped. Bam. So that's not going through the little dog trail, wooded area, and then getting to the middle of the road like he's now saying. So my question is, why did Don tell his friend, church friend, David Dotson, that the dogs picked up Summer scent, but it went through the driveway, got to the bottom, and that's where it stopped? And you know who else says the exact same thing about it going through the driveway and then stopping at the end of the road? Was Dave Rader from Echo Search. He says the same thing. So why is Don the only one saying now, fast forward, it went through that, don't worry about it, Cindy, that it went through the little wooded area part, and we've seen the video. He shows us, right? Why is he saying that now? Added information to make it seem, again, I'm not saying he did anything to Summer because I don't know. And I'm still believing he's at work. So I'm more believing he might have not done anything. And I know, like I said, people, they don't agree with that, and that's fine. But I think it's odd that originally he was telling David the exact same thing that Dave Rader was also saying from Echo Search, that the scent went through the driveway to the bottom, and then right there it stopped. So I don't know. That's something that, why is Donald now saying that now? I don't know. I don't know.
Is what he told me. I really don't know. We're just baffled. And I can tell you what Summer's mom told me, and now they were expanding that search, but it was kind of being cut down in the local area.
And I'm gonna play it again for the people in the back.
Do you and the family at this point, or you or the family, I should say, do you guys believe that Summer could have wandered off at all now that you know how much of that terrain has been searched with the dogs?
I just Summer's dad told me that two of the dogs, and like I said, I did not hear this from the police. This is what Summer's dad Don told me. He said two of the dogs picked up her scent on the driveway, and then when they got at the bottom of the driveway to where their road is, the scent stopped. Is what he told me.
Amanda, so I'm saying I do believe David, what he's saying right here. I do believe Donald told him this, because the other person who says this was Dave Rader. He says the exact same thing when he did the interview with, what's his name? Judy Ron. Sorry. When he did the interview with Judy Ron, he says the exact same thing about the dogs picking up Summer scent. He said that it picked her scent up through the driveway, and then it stopped at the end of the road. So he was like, that seems like, a car might have, it's normally, when that happens, it's possible that she got in a car or a car picked her up or something like that. So I believe David, what he's saying right here. I think Don is lying now. That's what I think. I think because why is David saying that Don told him back then that two dogs picked up her scent on the driveway, got to the bottom of the driveway, and that's when it stopped? Now Don's saying, now we hear through, he's saying, no, it picked her scent up through that wooded little area, got down, and bam, right in the middle of the road. Why is Don saying that now? Do we think David's lying and he's just making this up by saying Donald told him this? Are people going to say, you know what, maybe David's confused? I don't think so when Dave Rader gives the exact same explanation on the dog search. So I think Don is lying now. I'm going to say I do think he's lying now, but I feel like in a couple of days it'll be explained. I'm sure it will. because that's what happens with Don. He ends up explaining everything. He sees if it fits, it doesn't fit, he goes this way. That's just my opinion with it. Again, I honestly don't even know if I think he has anything to do with it, because I'm holding on to that data. I think he was at work. I do. I mean, he'd be so dumb to say he was at work, and then law enforcement's going to check those 2 pings and his all of that. So but I keep thinking, well, maybe he's just trying to make it fit this kidnapping theory, because if he really had nothing to do with it, maybe he believes it so much and he wants everyone else to believe it. But then I don't know why. Why go that? I've never seen anybody do that before. So I don't know, you guys. I don't know. But David said right here that Donald told him the dogs picked up the scent on the driveway, got to the bottom, and that's where it stopped. It's not what he says now, Donald, but it was back then.
I really don't know. We're just baffled. We're just baffled. And I could tell you what Summer's mom told me, and what her father told me about the night that she disappeared, and it just it's baffling. It just seems so unreal.
When you arrived there, what were you told had happened?
Well, I'd spoken with Candace, and I believe Dawn was already there too. And where the main house is, Candace's mother also lives on the property in a trailer. It's kind of like a camper trailer that you pull, I believe. And that camper trailer is probably about, I don't know, maybe 30, 40 foot from the main house. It's separated by a driveway. And Candace said that her and Summer and their mom, they were out there planting flowers. They had been swimming earlier that day, and they got home and they were planting flowers. And Summer wanted to go inside her house and play. So Candace watched Summer walk from the camper into the front door. And she watched her walk into the house. The brothers were in there, and I can't recall, they might have been on the internet or they might have been watching TV. I apologize, I can't remember exactly what she said. And she said that the brothers came in or Summer came in, and the brothers saw Summer go down into the basement to play. And then Candace said that a few minutes later, I think maybe like 20 minutes later, she came in looking for Summer, and the boys told Candace that Summer was down in the basement. Candace went down there, and Summer was gone. Keeping in mind that there's the front door of the house, and down in the basement there is a door that leads to the outside. So those are the only 2 doors that are in and out. And as far as and that's when she notified the police when they could not find her.
Did they tell you if the basement door was open or closed or locked, or?
They told me it was locked, and the children even told me that it was locked. So
right there, he says that Candace said it was 20 minutes, for the time frame that she noticed. And he goes into talking about it a little bit after this. And then I think he gets confused, because then he talks about 25 minutes. But 20 minutes makes more sense to me, that she went in there, fixed grandma's knee, probably talking to grandma, whatever. And then, went back. It just seems 2 minutes just seems so quick. And she's probably just saying that. I'm just, giving my opinion on it. She's probably just saying that. So, it looks like she was, I don't know, maybe more concerned. I don't know, like, oh, I was only there for 2 minutes. I didn't leave my kids in there by themselves long, so maybe that's why she's saying the 2 minutes. But he's saying that Candace told him 20 minutes, which makes more sense to me. And there's nothing wrong. You're in your kids are that's your property. The kids are inside. You're in grandma's right there by grandma. It's not like you're down, at the neighbors or something. She's helping grandma out. 20 minutes, not a problem. I don't think it's a problem. But when he says that they told him that the basement door was locked, and then even the children told David that the basement door was locked. So David did talk to the boys, I guess. And I wish we would have known what else did the boys tell you, but he never really goes into it. So
with that, the front door was the only way in or out.
And can she reach that lock down there? Or does she know how to unlock it?
That I do not know. I've not actually been in the basement myself. I don't know how it's set up down there. But as far as one of the sons did tell me that the door was locked while she was down there, and Summer's mom, she confirmed that with me, because that was one of my things. So I don't know if Summer went in there and the boys were playing.
Yeah, that's another thing, how he says one of the boys confirmed with him it was locked. And that's Candace said it was locked, because that was one of his questions. So now we know Candace says she doesn't remember if it was locked. But that day she was telling everybody it was locked, right? Because this is again coming from David. Do I have reason to believe he's lying? I mean, could he be lying? Yeah, he could be, but why would be the question everyone should be saying. Like, why is he lying? To me, my opinion of him, what I got from him, he's really good at saying, if he doesn't know something, he's really good at saying, like, I don't know. Or he won't really give an answer for it. So, and then Candace also made a statement, something like the boys that day were locked from the inside out. She said something like that, right? The boys were locked from the inside out. Can someone correct me? Remember when she's talking to Chris? She says the boys were locked from the inside out, I believe. What does that even mean? Dee says, it makes me wonder, was her doubting the parents? Oops, sorry, wrong one. It makes me wonder, was her doubting the parents and he questioned the boys himself? Yeah, I was thinking that too. Well, he just said right here that that's one of his questions he was having was the basement locked? Hi, Monica. How are you, love? I didn't even see you. Yeah, Miss Sturry says, Sturry, right? Yes. So what does that even mean? They were locked from the inside out. Why am I not comprehending that? And I just think this interview is so interesting because this is their church friend, right? This is someone that they trusted, obviously. So I just don't think, why would he be lying about any of the information he's given? I think if anything, the family has just changed the information they're giving now. Yeah, Desiree says, yes, she said no one in and no one out. Yeah. New Zealand, yeah. Now she's saying she doesn't know if it was locked when we seen her do the interview with Chris. But in David's interview right here, he's saying that Candace told him it was locked. They told him it was locked. He asked the boys, and they also said it was locked. So I don't know. The door was locked. Nobody could get in or out. Hey, Phoenix, there you are. I was just thinking of you, love. How are you? All right, let me push play.
She came back out. I just don't know.
Has any of the neighbors, did they see anything? Did they hear anything?
As far as to my knowledge, no. And the way that the house is, it's kind of secluded away from the road. It's actually up on like a little hill, and it's surrounded by very thick woods. So it's,
Sorry, and I just missed it when he said it. But he makes it a point again right here. He says that he makes it a point to say he's never been in the basement. It's just another thing that sticks out to me every time. This is like the third time, like I told you guys before. He does make it known he's never been there. This is the third time he's telling us that he's never been there. We get it, David. You've never been there before, which makes me wonder, have you been there before? I'm just saying. I'm not accusing him of anything, but it does catch my attention. He says he's never been in the basement, guys.
Out here, your closest neighbor might be, 50 yards to you. So it's really, it's not like when you're in the city, your neighbor's house is, just a few foot from yours. So it's a very secluded area.
So if she was, oh, go ahead.
Nope, you got it. Go.
If the basement door was locked and the only other way would be the front door, where is the front door facing, and would they be able to see her?
The way the front door faces, I mean, if for example, if Candace was outside and even her mother was outside, if they had their backs turned, I mean, there's a good possibility they could not have seen her walk out.
Right.
So one of the things I just want to back up just a second. So when she watched Summer walk into the house, and then approximately 20 minutes later, she had gone back, helped Grandma with the knee brace and whatnot. So did you say 20 minutes later? I just want to make sure I got that time right.
I believe that's what she told me. Okay. Because when I asked her how long she'd been missing, she said it had been about 20 minutes. But and I'm almost positive that's what she told me. And of course, I've given my statement to the TBI and everything. They were right. They were like, "Hey, we need for you to give a statement. Why are you here?"
Yeah.
So
how'd you get here? What are you doing?
Yeah, exactly. And I was more than happy to give my statement to them.
Did she say like that her and Grandma like went out and walked around and looked for Summer? Did they call for Summer?
Yes, they did walk around and call, and the boys were looking for her. And as far as I don't know what time frame that they looked for her and then called the police. That I don't know what that time was. And that might have been that 25 minutes that she told me, that might have included them walking around looking for, because when I asked her, I said, "Hey, have you called the police, and how long has she been missing?" And she said, "Yes, that we have called the police, and she's been missing about 25 minutes."
That's kind of what I was wondering, because that kind of goes along with what she had said to us as well, is that she, sent her inside. A couple minutes later, she found she was missing, and we walked around looking for her. So
right. So that's why I was thinking probably that 25 minutes is probably included in when they were looking for her, would be my thought.
Are they still actively searching on the ground for her?
No, ma'am, they are not.
That's disheartening. But I mean, I know they covered so much. Where else do you go? Which direction do you go? I know there's a stopping point, but I don't want them to ever stop.
Yeah, I know. And this is just so heartbreaking, and the family has been attacked, and with all the negativity, and that's the last thing they need. So when y'all reach out to them, and there's been a lot of people who are supporting them, and they really need that. They need to know that, hey, there are people out here that care for Summer, and that care for them. And they know there's a lot of mean people out here too. And we're talking about a 5-year-old little girl, talking about a family that is just destroyed, and they are crushed in spirit. But people want to say stuff like, because they want something to talk about, and they got to remember, hey, we're looking at they take out the human factor. And this is just not something we sit around at supper talking about. This is a 5-year-old little girl who has disappeared, and her family is distraught. And so this family needs everyone's support. And again, they want me to tell y'all, thank you so much for
absolutely
what you are doing. And
no, this is the least we can do. I mean, I would do so much more if possible.
And Pippi Longstocking, that's something that, I've been talking about since the very beginning. The two, she's saying which timeline is correct, 2, 4, or the 20-minute one. Candace was posting on Facebook at 6:06. If she called at 911 at 6:30, had she been looking for her for 20 minutes, then that does leave a 4-minute window to grab Summer. That's something I also, because people were with that photo that's been surfacing of the sun, and people are like, oh, I think people are getting confused. I don't think that photo was taken that day at that time, because some people were thinking, oh, that photo was taken that day. How can that be? I think that's an old photo. I think she was just messing with her Facebook at that time, which to me, like you're saying, if you're looking for your daughter, it just seems kind of an odd time to be updating your profile photo, updating your photos and stuff like that. Now, I know I also seen someone else was saying that that it was a different time. It could have been at the 5 o'clock mark, but I don't know. Nurse Bev says, I'd be calling 911. Yeah. Well, when did he say? Does he even say? So Candace, well, 911, when Candace called David, 911, excuse me, guys, that peanut butter is getting stuck. Said that Candace called him, he said, at 7:30 in the evening. Oh, wait, let me see. He says 7:30 in the evening. He was at home. Candace called him saying Summer is missing and was trying to get a hold of Robin, the church teacher. So then they end up getting there to the residence at 8:30. So she did, 911 had been called by the time the church people were called. I don't know what time she was trying to call Robin, though. I don't know that. Yeah, Amanda, I agree with you on that. And that's something that I've been trying to figure out and just make sense of it. She says 5:06 or 6:06, it doesn't matter. Why be on Facebook changing your profile's picture when your daughter is missing? And that's another thing that even with law enforcement, we can't seem to get the simplest answer of when did you notice Summer missing, right? Have we been told what time the family noticed her missing? Has anybody been told that? Has Candace said that? Correct me if I'm wrong. Has Donald given us a time? Has anyone given us a time when they noticed Summer missing? I know when Candace was asked in the interview, Candace said something like, when you're having fun, what does she say? When you're having fun, time gets away from you or some shit, she said. And I don't know. It's just, and no one keeps track of time in this case. No one. It's insane to me. No one. And I would think out of anybody, it would be Don that would be on top of time because he works, right? So I would just think he would be the one who would be like more on top of it. But no one seems, even law enforcement said, when law enforcement was asked in one of the briefings, I think they were asked what time was she noticed missing. And I think Leslie said from the TV, I believe she said something like, they noticed her missing and then they searched a little bit before 911 was called. So she didn't even give an answer to it. So it just seems like the time of her missing is still unclear, which I don't know. Yeah, when you're trying to enjoy yourself, time gets away. Yeah, that was what she said in that interview, which I was like, okay. None of them are time people. None of them keep even age. no one keeps track of time over there. Yeah, good point, Phoenix. Don thought he got home at 5:30. And that's something that I believe Don too at first, because that was like one thing he did stay consistent with from the beginning. From the beginning, Don's always said 5:30, which for me, it always made me think the 5:30 mark had something that was something important. because that's one thing that Don hasn't changed on. I know now he's, now it's being questioned, stuff like that. But hold on. My mods are texting. But that was something that he's always said from the beginning. So I always thought the 5:30 mark meant something, to be honest with you guys. Dee says, and house cleaning. Yeah, she says she was doing laundry, which brings us to the phone. She says, Dawn saying they deleted stuff after 3:30. Do you believe they got their phones back after 30 minutes? Well, okay, so that could be possible though, because remember with the Chris Watts case, you guys, when Chris Watts, sorry, I'm going to bring this other case in, but when Chris Watts was first questioned, remember when he was talking to, who was it, Graham? Was it Agent Graham? Was that Graham? But remember they asked for his phone to download stuff from his phone, and he did let them. He left that evening with his phone. So it is possible, and I'm just basing it off of that. I know these other creators that are law enforcement or retired law enforcement has said that they don't believe that is true. Usually they keep the phone for evidence. But again, I know with the Chris Watts case that Chris left that evening with his phone after they downloaded stuff, because that's how they looked up his GPS to see where he was going, and that's how they found out the mistress address. They didn't know who she was, but they knew there was this address popping up on his GPS. So that's how they knew of her right away. So I'm just going to base that and say, yeah, maybe they did give him the phone back. I know everybody else that we've seen is saying, no, that is not true. I know Don and them are saying, yeah, we got our phone back. H says he didn't get his phone back. They actually kept his phone for, it was already a month, and he was complaining about it, remember? They didn't get their phone. Let me see what she says. They didn't get their, blah, blah. I'm here all day, guys. They didn't get those phones back. No way. Sally, that seller girl 362 said. Also, is Amanda here? Amanda, you know about the whole, yeah, you are here. Amanda, I believe you talked about, correct me if I'm wrong, and I apologize if it wasn't you, but I could have sworn you talked about seeing Candace and Grandma at the store getting new phones or something like that. Do you recall seeing that photo? I don't think they got their phones back in 30 minutes, because if they're talking to law enforcement, do we really believe law enforcement only talked to them for 30 minutes? No. They could have been there for a while. They got their phones taken. They could have downloaded what they needed and then handed the phones back. And I'm just saying that could be possible, answering Dee's question, saying, is that possible? And it is possible, because like I said, with the Chris Watts case, that's what they did to his phone. They handed it back when he left that evening, and they got information from it. Was that French? I don't know what that was. That was jibber jabber. A lot of you are saying no way, they would never give the phone back. Did Amanda comment to what I was asking, huh? But why lie about that, you guys? Why? Okay, let's talk about that real quick. Why would Dawn say they gave the phones back? What would be the point of that? Why not just be like, yeah, they kept our phones. They kept them. I mean, H said they kept his phone. Oh, don't even say that. You think they're smart enough to even think that? Not to be mean or anything, but I mean, I wouldn't even think of that. And I do true crime. Let me see. I'm waiting to see if Amanda commented back on the... Amanda, did you see what I said? Is it true that there was a photo surfacing afterwards where Grandma and Candace were at a phone place? Yeah, that's what I was thinking too, Amanda. They probably ran through something like Celebrate and then handed it back to them. True, that's what I was thinking too. I'm just waiting for Amanda to answer my god dang it question. We're all waiting, Amanda. And I'm looking through StreamYard, so she probably did comment. I'm not sure if law enforcement could still get it, or maybe it could be harder, and that's why we're waiting so long. I mean, it is almost a full 60 days. Yeah. I mean, look with, again, I'm going to bring up Nicole Kessinger's phone. Yep, I'm bringing it up. You know, we know she did everything she could do, right? Look at the last comment. Okay. You know, we know she wiped her phone clean. No, that's not what I was asking you, Amanda. And they had to do 2 apps on her phone. They had to do 2 things on her phone. The first one was to celebrate, and then the second one, I can't remember what they did, but it was because they weren't, I believe it was because they didn't get a lot from the first one. So they ran another thing to get more shit from it. And remember, with her phone, her SIM card all of a sudden was damaged. No, Amanda, I was saying, I seen your last comment, but I was saying, is it true that, I think you talked about it, and again, if you didn't, I apologize, but is it true that Grandma and Candace were seen at a phone company? More? Oh gosh, Amanda. Sorry, guys. Amanda S. Vita Loca. Hold on, guys. Sorry. Okay, I think it was this one. Okay, so Amanda confirms it was her who was saying that. So Candace said the photo of her at the phone store was for her mom's phone. Just her answer to what were they doing in that photo at the phone store. Okay, so Amanda has had a conversation with Candace, and she had reached out to her, and they did talk. Amanda's saying that. Hey, Kelly Brown. How are you, darling? Kelly Brown has that cute little filter.
Because there's cases that you get like super attached to, and there's other cases that you follow. And from me personally, I can't stop. I just want to know where she is. I want to know she's safe. I'm not convinced that she's gone. I want her home safe.
Yeah, that's, that's how we all feel. We have hope, and we know that all things are possible with Christ. Very, very devout Christians, and we are not going to give up. And we just want Summer home. We want her home with her family, and we look forward to the day.
Sorry, guys. So, Michelle, I agree. She says not everybody's neat and tidy. Right now, they're probably going nuts, worried about their daughter. Honestly, you guys, that's something like I've told you guys before. I personally never cared about what the house looked like. That I know some people will disagree, but to me, that really, in the, with Summer being missing, do I really want to, be concerned on the mess in the house? Like, to me, that just doesn't matter. It also doesn't matter if they don't have a lot of money. I grew up poor as hell, government cheesed here, so that stuff doesn't really bother me. When we think of Summer being missing, I just think, and this is just my opinion, and I know a lot of people disagree with me, but I just think, like, does that really matter, the mess in the house? I don't know. That's just how I see that, you guys. And I know a lot of people disagree, like Spark saying the house shows neglect. Again, we only got a little snippet of the house, because the last time I did say, like, hey, to me, the house didn't look, I mean, we didn't see the bathroom, we didn't see dishes, and again, someone pointed out, well, we didn't see the whole house really. To me, it just seems like there's a lot of stuff there. They have a lot of stuff, I know other people see it as a mess. To me, I just seen a lot of stuff, to be honest. And at the end of the day, I don't know. I just see it differently. I don't really focus on that, you guys. I really don't. And I know other people disagree with me, and that's totally fine. Like, like you guys say, the mess shows, that comment I just read. Hi, Lippy. Oh, Miss, that comment went too fast. Miss D, what was her name? Miss D, Miss D. I'm going to call you Miss D. Hey guys, how L8 am I? I'm like, L8? But I get what you're saying now. You're pretty late, girlfriend. You're pretty late. I told my mods, oh my gosh, I told my mods, they're upset with me. I already know. I told them an hour and a half. See, but, and Heather, I understand. I'm also a neat freak, but again, to me, the way the house looked, I just, in the bigger picture of Summer being missing, it's not an issue for me. I'm just going to say that. It really isn't. And I know you guys disagree with me, and that's fine. Yeah. What do you mean? So is Chris us wrong? You mean is Chris wrong? I don't know what that means. And also, just for anyone coming in, let me just say this real quick. We do not bash other creators here. If you don't like how a creator is running their channel, don't like what they're doing, that's your opinion. We just don't discuss it here because it's not a mob business, and I really don't care. Like I said, don't be an ass in my chat. The lady is a Trump said, love this channel. Welcome to my channel, guys. All opinions are welcome. We can agree to disagree. Not a problem. I love it. And my heart is fucking pounding like crazy right now, you guys. I might have to wrap this live up just to be on the real. I think I waited too long to eat, and I had a pre-workout, and I think it's affecting my judgment right now. Okay, hold on. Oh, I agree with that comment. Chris is looking at behaviors that are relevant to the case. I agree. I will also say there are things that he has said that I'm like, huh? That I think I don't understand, to be honest. Example, and again, we're not bashing anybody here. But, yesterday, Chris did say that, what did he say? I don't want to say it wrong. God damn it. And I didn't write it down. He said something, and maybe you guys can correct me. He said something about that they were, the blood was tested, something like that. And God, did I write it down? I might have written it down because it did stick out to me. Hold on. Sorry if you hear my notes everywhere. I know I wrote it down. God dang it. Where did I write it now? The question is, hold on, guys. It's going to bug me. Jesus Christ. Ugh. Where did I write it? God, he said, so maybe you guys can refresh my memory. I know I wrote it down. He said something yesterday that they were, sorry if you hear my papers everywhere. God, I know I wrote it. It's going to bug me so bad. Fudge. Watch me after this live. It's going to just be sitting there. And I'll be like, oh my gosh. He said something like there were, God, I don't want to say it and be wrong. And then, fuck. Oh, okay, I have it. Okay. So, okay, look at me. I got it. So Chris said on Web Sleuths yesterday, he made a comment and said he knows what was in both of their systems, and he just left it at that. I was like, what? That's kind of like saying, hey guys, I got a secret and it's really, really good. And you're like, tell me. Oh, I can't tell you though. You know what I'm saying? I was like, what the freak? So I don't know. I'm going to be honest. I didn't like that comment that Chris did, because to me, that's speculating. Even if he does know the results, why are you going to tell us that you know what both of them had in their system, but not tell us what it is? You know what I'm saying? So that's gonna, I don't know. I didn't like that comment. I didn't, because now I'm like, okay, are you trying to tell us that they tested positive for something? We know Don says Candace did for marijuana. Yeah, we don't do politics in here. Please don't do politics in here. Please just don't do it. Don't do it, baby. But yeah, he said that. So I was like, what is that supposed to mean? So I didn't like that, to be honest with you, because that's I don't know. If he knows they had something in their system, then say it. Don't say that what was in both of their system and then just leave it at that. Now we're all going to speculate on that shit. Hi, Jennifer Carter. Yeah, I should have ate something earlier. I freaking should have. Oh my gosh. My heart is like pounding out of my chest, you guys. CCC, have you seen the blood on Summer's seatbelt in the truck? Okay. So, hi, Searching for Justice. I did see the photo you're let me read your comment again and make sure I got the right one. CC, have you seen the blood on Summer's seatbelt? So hold on. So you guys, what we're going to do, I'm going to go through and we're going to have a discussion right now. But I'm going to stop sharing this. We're going to have to do a part 2 with this and listen to this interview because, like I said, my heart is pounding out of my chest right now. And I know I messed up by having a pre-workout and not eating until 1 o'clock. And all I had was toast. So I apologize for that. So I'm going to stop sharing this and I'm going to just read comments and let's just chat. Chat it up. Chat it up, baby. Okay. Cece, have you seen the blood on Summer's seatbelt in the truck? It's not a shadow. I believe Summer sustained an injury the day she went swimming. So I know I did see the photo that's been surfacing around, the one that we've all seen of her. And I think I have it. Oh, I might have it saved. Hold on. Oh, it's right here. Okay, let's just look at it then because I have it right in front of me. Yeah, I should know better than to drink a pre-workout and then not have anything in your system that long is definitely not recommended. Okay. Let me share this with you guys. Is this the photo you're talking about? I think it is. Okay. Let's do it a little bigger. Let's zoom in a little. Oh, well, and here, look at what we got. I don't have the other photos that my one of my members sent me, but let's just look at the photo real quick then. Okay, so you're saying blood where? Where are you at? Searching for Justice. Let's zoom in. So you're saying on the seatbelt right here or this part of the seatbelt? By her waist? Is that what you mean? Yeah, I think my blood sugar is definitely running low. That's why I had my boyfriend bring me peanut butter with the toast. But if you hear me taking deep breaths, just know I'm okay. I'm all right, guys. I should be on camera in case I pass out. Let me put myself on camera. Okay. So I'm trying to see by her waist. Okay, let's zoom in. Zoom in, baby. Are you talking right here? Is that where you're talking? Sorry, Searching for Justice. But you're saying seatbelt. I don't see anything on the seatbelt. Where are you? You're saying the seatbelt, or are you saying the shirt? Just type shirt or seatbelt so I can. I'm just waiting for them to comment. because on the seatbelt I don't see anything at all. It's too hard to tell because it's dark. But I did see this photo shared in the group. You say both. Okay. So I did see this in the group. It was shared, and this was a topic that was. Yeah, I know. I see that, John. This was shared in the group, and they were saying right here looks like dried up blood. Now, I agree with some of the comments that it could possibly be. Some are saying she could have spilled something. It could be maybe the orange soda could have spilled. She had a Slurpee. Could have been maybe, well, what color was her Slurpee though? Also, some, like I've seen in the comments right now, it looks like it could be a shadow from maybe the way her shirt is tucked, maybe against the seatbelt. I do notice the discoloration. I do see that. I think we all can agree we do see that discoloration right there. I'm gonna zoom in. I need to move my mic. Sorry, guys. Sorry if you're hearing some ruckus. I mean, I see what you're saying. I'm going to give you that. But that's a lot of blood, though. Where would that come from? Because it's right there. Let me see what you guys saying. Sarah says that looks like just a fold in the fabric. Yeah, like the shadow. Let me see. It's the same color. Phoenix says it looks. Oh yeah. It's the same color as the other folds. Oh, okay. Where? Right here? Let me zoom out. Let's do. No, it's. Are you talking about these folds? No, it's not. It's just this color right here that I see. But it could just be. It, it could just be a shadow. I see where you're. I see how you think it looks like that, and you're saying the seatbelt right here. Now that I'm like looking at it, I see what you're saying. But again, you got to think, okay, if this is dried up blood, where is it coming from? You got, okay, where would it be coming from? Wait, yes, near her hand. Oh, hold on. What am I looking at now? Yeah, Sparks. I mean, I get what you're saying. Yeah, Amanda. Plunder did do a video, something like that, showing that. I think it was Plunder. I hope. Maybe not. I don't know. um, about her hand being moved. Let me see. Heather says she was wet from swimming, but technically she's not in her bathing suit no more. So why would she be wet? Because remember, Candace said she changed her out of the swimsuit. Maybe a shadow. Yeah, it could be a shadow, you guys. It's kind of hard to tell. I do understand why someone would think it looks like blood, because when you zoom in, even right here, it does. This looks darker than this part of the seatbelt. It does. Just right here does. But then again, it does all the way across. So it's dark all that too, though, you guys. So I understand why people would think it. But again, where would this blood be coming from? If it is, why would it be right there? Okay, have a good day, Kat. All right, have a good one. It looks like a spill. It could be she spilled maybe her orange soda on her. Um, that's a possibility. I don't think it's from being wet, Heather, only because allegedly she was changed out of the clothes, allegedly, which is another question I have because, H says that she was sitting on a pillow. And then Candace was also asked about that pillow when she explains it. It was kind of odd, but, she says that grandma doesn't like the kids in the car wet. But then I thought, well, I thought you changed her, so why would grandma be saying Summer was wet? So I don't know. She said, let me see, Kissy. She says she changed her out of her swimsuit, but then says she has. Yeah, I know, Casey. Exactly. That was something that I caught too, that I was like, okay. I'm thinking the Y left her wet swimsuit bottoms on. Okay. Which, you mean those little shorts, right? I'm thinking that could be true, Scott. That is true. That could be true. Good point. He's saying that maybe they left the little shorts she was wearing, for like little undies. Because she's saying the reason she put this outfit on her, Candace's explanation of it was because she says that they didn't have anything else. And it was something that was left in grandma's truck. I believe she said a week before they had bought it. It was for her first day of school that she left it in the truck. So after they went swimming, it was there. So that's why she put this outfit on her. So she wouldn't have had a change of undies. So maybe she just left the wet shorts, which would make sense. That would make sense. Heather says it's not blood. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think so either. I don't think it is. Um, Again, you got to think if it is, where is this coming from? Yeah, Jessica, I didn't understand that. Did anyone understand that comment? Yeah, no towels. No towels. It seems like it wasn't planned to go there. Yeah, I don't know what was the point of saying the outfit is important. Does anybody know? I don't know what he's trying to insinuate with that. I feel like a lot of times when he says things, I'm like, can you just say it? I feel like he talks in code. I'm like, just freaking say it. So I don't know what the importance of this is. I really don't. Her clothes. Oh, Amy, thank you so much. She said, I finally catch your live. Where did it go? I enjoy your channel. Well, I'm glad you enjoyed my channel. I'm glad you do. Where did that comment go? Kara. She says she could have put the dry clothes on top of the wet bathing suit. Well, but Candace said she changed her. So that's why everybody's a little confused. But Scott made a good point, though. Maybe she changed her out of her top, but since she didn't have extra undies, she could have just kept those wet shorts on her and put those pants over the wet shorts. That would make sense to me. That makes sense. The lady is a tramp. I guess the outfit is important as where the clothes found at the house. Yeah. Well, that's something, remember, we were talking about that. I think it was in the last live. We were also saying if she was changed out of her swim outfit, did they ever find that? Was that taken? That was something that that's one of my questions that I have on my list of questions is, did they ever find her swimming clothes? Did they only find the top? Was she still wearing? But then if you get her home, I would really hope Candace would change her out of those wet bottoms because that's not good to leave her in wet bottoms like that, especially with another pair of clothes on top of it. Sally says, it's true. You're my, aw, thank you so much. I appreciate that. I'm glad you guys aren't too annoyed with my voice. The last outfit she was seen is very important. Miss Ladybug, why do you think it's so important? I'm trying to figure out that too, because I know Chris said the outfit is really important, and I'm trying to understand it. And he talked about that on Linda's channel. Linda, what is it? Linda, it's Just a Crime. I'm sorry if I'm not saying that correctly, but she seemed to understand it. And I was like, damn, I suck. I don't freaking get it. I don't get what they're trying to say. I feel like they're trying to tell us something, but I'm not freaking getting it. So if you guys understand it, let me know. Chris can, Sonia says, Chris can only say so much without revealing what law enforcement knows. He knows his limits and would not just speculate and create false. Well, I hope not. I really hope not, girl. I'm going to say, because when he said the comment about he knows what drugs were, he says that he knew what was in both of their systems. I just thought that was kind of like, wow, why say that if you're not going to tell us what's in there? You know what I mean? So now, because Don says that he, and again, I know this is coming from him, but, Don did say that he tested, clean, and Candace tested for marijuana. Have you noticed Don's always willing to throw Candace under the bus? Have you guys noticed that? I swear, I've noticed that. I feel like he's always throwing her under the bus. She tested for marijuana, I'm clean. She had to do her poly, I'm good. They want her to do another poly, not me, just her. I'm like, Summer loved me so much and only wanted to be with me and not her mother. It's like, Dawn, get over yourself. And I don't know why Dawn keeps talking, to be honest with you. I feel like right now, you guys, I'm going to give you my honest opinion. Is any good coming out of what Dawn's saying now? I feel like I don't know. I wonder if Candace ever tells him, like, stop talking. Like, can you please stop talking? Like, just stop. You've done plenty of interviews. You've told your side. You've explained it. Just stop. Stop, stop, stop. And I know people say that, Chris is asking questions that can, it's incriminating him. And I think Don's the one that won't shut up. I'm serious. Like, I feel like if his life's dependent on it, he just won't. I wonder if Candace is like, boy, if that was my husband, I'd be like, shut the fuck up. Just shut up already. You've done enough. We've done enough. Like, Candace is smart. She's quiet right now. She is quiet. And I know people are going to be like, no, but she's smart. She's remaining quiet, and that's good. Maybe she's just really focused. I'm just going to give my own speculation. Maybe she's just really focused on getting her boys back. I know Don said that she doesn't trust he said this recently. He's like, yeah, she doesn't trust anyone, kind of insinuating because of Chris and everything like that. But that's not true, Don. That's not true. Candace hasn't trusted no one from day one, because in your interviews you did with Time News, I think it was June 17th or 18th, Don was saying the same thing. Candace didn't trust anyone. So he's trying to make it seem like now she doesn't trust people. She never trusted no one in the beginning. So can't blame nobody for that. Kelly, you think she's abused? Don can't shut up. With all due respect, he can't. He can't. I'm sorry. Let me see. Scott says she went missing. Okay, let's see. Maybe you can explain to us, Scott, about that. What's your opinion? Let's see. Scott says she went missing June 15th. School started this Monday, present a week before school. Oh, you're replying to John. You know what? Isn't it eerie though, you guys? Because, and I hate to keep going back to other cases, but with the Chris Watts case, same thing, right? The girls were supposed to start school that Monday. I think it was that Monday they were going to. Well, Bella was. Sorry, not the girls. Bella. Right? All due respect, Dawn, just be quiet. You've done enough. Like, I feel like all Dawn's doing now is just trying to prove to everybody, trying his hardest to prove that kidnapping happened. And which for me is just making me look at him more like, why? Why are you, why? You know? And again, like I said in the beginning, I honestly I don't think Dawn has anything to do with it. I know that people disagree, but I just think the phone data is going to prove he was at work. I mean, if it comes back and I'm wrong, I'll say, hey, I was wrong. I was wrong once before, only once. It was with yeah, he's trying way too hard, which is making me question it. And then he goes back and then he fixes what he said. And it's just like, and I think he goes back and fixes certain things because no one's buying that shit. Everybody's like questioning it even more. And he knows. What's the case? The case I was wrong was the lady, the woman, she lost her life. She just had a baby, and was it her husband or her boyfriend went on camera, did a briefing, and then it turned out being her friend who was at the freaking hospital because the camera caught her going in the car with her and all that stuff. Do you guys remember that case? It wasn't that long ago. Let me see if anybody remembers. What was it called? It was a big case. And I thought the guy was guilty. I'm going to be honest. I thought he was guilty. I was like, he's guilty because he was on camera and he wasn't checking his phone. His phone was going off. And at the time, he thought she was missing. So I'm like, why aren't you checking your phone if you think she's missing? What if it's a kidnapper? What if it's her? And he was ignoring it. And I thought, oh, Broussard. Yes. Thank you, Karen. And I thought he was guilty. I was like, he's fucking guilty. Oh my God. And he wasn't. And I felt like the biggest asshole ever. I'm not lying. After that, I said, you know what? I'm not gonna jump to conclusions off of how they act when they do these things. And I've been really good, but I was wrong on that one. That's the only one I've ever been wrong on so far. Yeah. Yeah, I was wrong, girlfriend. I totally thought he was guilty. I was like, he's freaking guilty because he wasn't checking his phone and his wife was missing. So I'm like, why aren't you checking your phone? Like, he just like silenced the phone. And I was like, and I think his dad was with him. And I think his dad said, like, give me the phone or something. But he was like, and I was like, oh, he knows where she's at. Boy, was I wrong, right? It ended up being that friend. That one. Wasn't that the worst thing ever, though? That was such a heartbreaking case. Such a heartbreaking case. My gosh. Was she ever sentenced? I stopped following that one. Karen, you did too? Yeah, I thought he was. And after that, I learned my lesson. I said, you know what? I'm not going to jump to conclusions when they do their first interviews, how they act. I'm going to wait it out and hear it all out and see everything. Nope. Summer was verbal. Robin said and I believe her. I just didn't. I think with that too. I just think she didn't talk a lot, but because isn't that what David said too? He said she doesn't really talk a lot, but she talks. She could just be, you know. Oh, Scott, thank you so very much. He says that's why your channel is so cool. You and I disagree, but we show respect. Yeah, we disagree on things, but we're adults. Let's talk about it. I just hate you know what it is? I feel like when people think their opinion is 100% true, and then when you say something different, they're like, no. But then at the end of the day, you guys, we're not there. We weren't there. Even if you're talking to the family, Amanda knows this. Amanda was talking to Candace, and with certain things, I would say, well, you know, even if she's saying X, Y, and Z, she could be lying to you. You know what I mean? We don't know. We don't know, you guys. So we don't know. Yeah, I don't. Do you guys think I don't think she's deceased here, you guys. Let me zoom out. I don't. I think this is the one photo that is filtered because she looks kind of darker. And the other one, it looks different. I think this one's because doesn't she look a little, like gray tone kind of. I think this is the filter because one's filtered, you guys. One is not like photoshopped, but I think they added a filter to it probably to see if they can see anything. I'm guessing. I'm just guessing that. But one is filtered, you guys. Yeah, I think she's alive here. The thing that I'll be honest, when I did look at this the first time, I did think her hands just looked weird to me. That's what I thought. Her hand just looked kind of. Now I'm gonna go analyze all the photos of her hands. I'm gonna be honest. Her hand just kind of looks a little swollen to me. Oh, look at her sleeping. I think she's sleeping here. And isn't that little haircut on her so adorable though? A little pixie cut. She looks like a little Tinkerbell. And that's what I'm saying, you guys. This case is just so sad. And I think that's why we're so all invested in this. Because this little baby's out there somewhere, and that's why I won't stop talking about it. I told you guys before, I'm not going to stop talking about it. Some people are like, why are you still talking? Because this little baby's still out there. She's somewhere. She is somewhere out there, and somebody knows what happened to her. Someone does. And I do believe eventually the truth is going to come out. Whoever is responsible needs to be held accountable for it. I don't believe this case is going to go cold. I don't think so. I know a lot of people are worried about that. At times, I am too. She's out there somewhere, you guys, somewhere all by herself. I know some people think, I seen someone thought that someone was raising her. And I thought, to give her a better life. That would be, I don't know. But it's just heartbreaking. And then knowing, we're all getting our kids to school. She should be going to school, kindergarten. She's missing all of that. And it's so heartbreaking. So if the family has nothing to do with it, because we don't know, I do pray for them because I think, gosh, and if they do, I do wish that one of them would just do the right thing. If someone else is responsible, I pray that they feel so much guilt that eventually they slip up. Maybe they'll tell somebody. That person will eventually tell. But she's out there somewhere. She's somewhere out there. And at the end of the day, you guys, I know there's a lot of drama before I wrap it up. I know there's a lot of drama being out there right now. I know it. I see it. But just remember, you guys, when you're in these other chats, if you don't agree with what they say, just be respectful about it. We don't know what really happened. And just be better. We could be better. Let's not do the drama. Let's just focus on talking this case, talking and bringing awareness still about Summer. Because when you get caught up in the drama of it all, Summer gets lost in that. And I'm here for Summer. And I know, maybe I don't come across as being as, as kind maybe when it comes towards how I feel possibly the parents might be involved. Because at the end of the day, my heart is always towards the victims. And that's every single case, every case. So let's just remember her. Let's stay out of the bullshit. Let's stay out of the drama. If you guys want to talk theories here, I'm always here. I need to get back to you guys with the emails. I do. I'm sorry. I was sick in bed. That could be dye from Candy. On her hands? Are you talking about on her? What are we talking on her hands? Sorry, guys. I wasn't looking at chat. If she did get abducted, I pray they spared her life. Yeah. Anything is possible, you guys. Anything. We've heard of cases where children have been taken and then, years and years and years and years and years later, they are recovered. But usually those ones, I think, aren't they usually when they're really, really small? I don't know. Anything is possible. Anything is possible with this case. So, all right. Let me see really quick. I'm afraid H threw her or she drowned. I don't think she drowned, Luca. I like that name, Luca. The water didn't seem high enough. I mean, well, I can't believe I just said that. Ignore that comment. uh, it's possible she could have, right? No matter. Um, it does bug me that the stories just don't add up. I wonder why. But then I think maybe they don't add up, possibly because hold on. I would start digging for Summer in the shank floor. Polygraph for Dawn and Grandma too. They continue to look for her. Thank you, Joe. I agree. Thank you so much for that super chat. So I would start digging for Summer in the shack floor. Polygraph for Dawn and the Grandma too. They continue to look for her. Yeah. The shack thing, the shed. Are you talking about the shed thing? I'm trying to see if I got the right. The shed bugs me. I'm gonna say that right now. I don't know why the shed bugs me. Uh, Something about that shed doesn't sit right with me. Do I think he handed her over right there? No, I don't think that. I'm not saying that, but something about that shed just doesn't sit right with me. It just doesn't. I don't believe that it's such a mess. And Candace was worried. Oh, it's a mess. I don't want you to get hurt. He could have peeked in there, right? And I'm not saying I believe Don was in there either, because I didn't see his truck around, so I don't think Don was there that day, to be honest with you. So I don't think he was there. I don't think he was hiding in the shed. But something about that shed does not sit right with me at all. I don't know what it is. I mean, I can speculate like everybody else, and I know what I think might be, but I'm gonna say something's not right with that. I don't like it. Yeah, he went. Well, he said he drove down by the shed, right? So that's where it gets a little muddy. And I should go back and listen to that again. What interview was that? That's with Chris, right? When he talks about, yeah, it is with Chris. I should go back and listen to that. I always listen to these things when I'm going to bed, you guys. I put my earphones on and I watch it. I think I think he said he drove towards the shed, but he was going towards, I can't even think now. Low sugar. Miss Sturry. She says, I think that's where. Where did that comment go? God dang it. Oh my gosh. There it is. In her opinion, she says she thinks that's where they kept drugs. That could be. Could have been. It could have been. Amanda says they have not conducted any search with warrants on the property. Yeah, that was pretty shocking, to be honest, Amanda. When I believe that was said by Ronnie, right, the sheriff. Yeah, the sheriff said that. Well, he said he didn't have to issue any. He said, I don't know, I haven't touched base with. I'm assuming the TBI or something like that. I think because he says I haven't touched base with everyone else, but he's saying his office hasn't sent any out, which I thought was interesting. No warrants on the property. What? That was, I don't know. I didn't think that. I don't know. Yeah, they search with permission, but that's a different type of search too, right? Unsolved with Barb Smith. Does your name mean anything? Unsolved with Barb Smith? It seems like it would. 3 or 4 searches have been done. Yes, on the land and out of the buildings. Yeah, they've searched everything. They have. We know that. They're searching for any signs of Summer. But again, in that shed, oh gosh. I mean, I don't know. Who knows what was kept in that shed? Nothing that, they searched the shed looking for Summer, right? Looking in there, going through, moving things around. But if there's things being kept in there, I was thinking, fuck, possibly Donald was keeping things in there that he probably shouldn't be having. That's just your channel name? Oh, okay. I thought it meant like it was a case or something. Oh, let's see this one. And again, we're just talking. We're not saying this for sure happened, you guys. All right, we don't know before anybody loses it. The lady is a Trump says, I think Candace killed her, but I think Don was SA her, and it would show up on an autopsy. Yeah. So you think Candace did it on purpose or an accident? It's always hard for me to picture a mom doing it because I just think, gosh, why? Like I always think, okay, but what's the why behind it? And sometimes but look at this case. We just, the case I'm looking in right now, and I'm going to do a live about it. The one that killed his two kids with a fishing spear. I was looking at the comments, and for some of because I went to go stalk their Facebooks and their social media, and it reminds me of such a Chris Watts. Everybody's like, no, he never showed any signs. He was a perfect father. He loved his kids. He loved his wife, and he had just posted how much he loves them not too long ago. I don't know exactly the time frame. They had that surf school, and they just had this perfect, well, nothing's perfect, but it's just this beautiful life. And then he killed his two kids. And the wife even said, because I got the report today. I was so excited. I got the actual report, and I was telling Valerie about it. We're talking about it, and the wife, they were supposed to go camping, and he took off in one of the cars and took the kids. She wasn't alarmed at first, right? The dad leaving with the kids. It wasn't until she couldn't get a hold of him, and 24 hours passed, and that's when she called. And she didn't originally think he would ever hurt the kids. And the details of what he did in the report is just so horrific. I can't even imagine him doing that to his 10-month-old baby, and he was 2, the other one. So, I mean, I've seen crazier shit, guys. What case is that? Wow. Sally, I put it on my community page. The guy's name is Matthew Coleman. He confessed to it. He was arrested. It shows him going into a hotel with his 2 kids. It shows him leaving with the 2 kids, then him returning without the kids. Somebody found the children. I forgot exactly where. And he stabbed them. He believed and it's one of those cases that's going to take us down a rabbit hole, you guys. I'm letting you know, because it's talking about QAnon. Am I saying that right? QAnon? And how you say it? Gosh, I can't say it. I could say it, but I can't say it. But it goes down that rabbit hole, and he believed that his children were going to grow up to be monsters. And Valerie's here, she knows. And he believes that the wife had serpent blood and transfer that over to the children. So he killed them because of that. He was saving the world from the monsters. I mean, and he says that he said it was because he was going and reading and believing that QAnon. Am I saying that correct? QAnon. And oh my gosh. Valerie, tell them what I'm trying to say here. So it's definitely a crazy case. QAnon. Fudge. You know what I'm trying to say, Monica. Yeah, it's a really crazy case, you guys. And he admitted to everything. In the report, he says it all. And in one, he stabbed a little boy. And I guess Valerie's here. Correct me, Valerie. He didn't die right away. So he moved it to make sure it's crazy. Yeah, Phoenix. What are they smoking? QA non. QA non. You guys are so sweet. All of you are trying to tell me how to say it, and I'm still not saying it right. Yeah. Yes. I can't say that. Oh my gosh. I don't know what the fuck's wrong with me right now. I'm so embarrassed. Yeah, he believes in that, Patty and Pink. I just can't say it right now. I don't know. I'm struggling. But I'm praying for the mom because my gosh. And they had the surf company together. My God, all of that, you guys. So definitely praying for the mom. I've never ever wanted to reach out to someone before as much as I do right now with her. And that's what I was telling Valerie. Like, I want to find her Facebook and just send her a message because, my God, I can't even imagine what she is feeling right now. Rita says, call me crazy. Call me crazy, but Don has mentioned Mexico a couple times. I don't know. I just caught that when he was talking. Yeah, he in the beginning he talked about Mexico. He even gave percentages of I don't know if he gave percentages of human trafficking or what the percentage was, but yeah, he talked about that. He also, remember, he was giving the kidnapper 2 days or some shit like that to return her. I don't know. Amy says, was that Amy? No. Michelle said, it might be past stain on the seatbelt. Well, it's the shirt part right here that that was being pointed out that looks like the dry blood right there. I don't think it is. Again, I think she's alive in the photo. I just figured if she was deceased, I would think the cadaver dog would have picked it up, right? With the Michael case, so I actually been talking to the babysitter for that case. She's really nice, you guys. People have been attacking her. She's giving me some, basic information with that one. And we're talking about the Michael Vaughn case, little 5-year-old that went missing in Utah, right? Idaho. I'm sorry, Idaho. But that one, there are neighbors that say they did see him. Well, one neighbor has confirmed it. I've only seen one neighbor that confirmed it, that he was seen, but allegedly 2 other neighbors seen him. And it's around the time that he went, was reported missing shortly after that. So I personally think with that one, you guys, I think, like I was saying earlier, I think possibly maybe that might be just one of those crime of opportunity. If he was wandering, walking by himself, I don't know. There's nothing going on with that one. The community, by far, you guys, is really getting awareness out for that little boy. I mean, 100%. When we talk about it, I want to show you guys all that. I've been posting all of it in my community page, but by far, my gosh, they've had, I think, 2 biker crews come out and do the flyers. What else? This lady painted some big old posters, like billboards and stuff. Not big, like a billboard like those, but they're big posters with his face. Because she's like, I don't know what else I can do. I can't do much. She's like, but I can paint. So she painted these things to get awareness. Flyers are everywhere being put out. They have flyers in Spanish. And even in the group I was in, those flyers were out right away. I think I joined that group within 5 days after. They already were setting up the flyers to be out. They have Spanish flyers. For sure, they are doing everything they can to get that little boy's face out there. I know. I need to go, you guys. So I was like, girl, you're hungry. You look like you're dehydrated. Go eat. I know. See, My heart's not pounding no more, so that's a good thing. Because earlier it was pounding, you guys. I got scared. I'm like, I'm gonna have a heart attack on camera. Let me put my camera on in case I faint. Oh my god. And my mods. Oh, 3 hours and oh my god, my mods are like, you guys. Oh, he does have a billboard. Okay, so Amanda says he does have a billboard now. That's awesome. Do they have a reward yet for that? And you guys, that little boy looks, he could be Summer's twin. I'm not even kidding you. Like, they could be brother and sister. Even in the description of, how much they weigh, everything, it's like almost the same. It's crazy to me. If this would have been closer, I would have really thought it was connected. I'm not even kidding you. She could have been abducted. Eat and come back. She could have been abducted when I was a little girl, and silly me, and took me out to the house, took me to the diner. Lucky my aunt was there. Wait, hold on. So she could have been abducted when you were a little girl, and silly me, and took me out of the house, took me to a diner. So are you saying that someone took you out of your home, took you to a diner, but your aunt was there? I'm just trying to follow that. Yeah, kids are trustworthy when it's someone they know or they're familiar with, right? That's why, what if it was someone she knew? We are all here because we want Summer back. Yes, Sparks. Yes, we do. I tell you guys, it just kills me knowing that she's missing school. Her brothers are missing school. That's another thing, you guys. The brothers are missing school. It's just heartbreaking. It's so heartbreaking. Doreen says, toast is a meal to me, but whatever. I know. Well, my normal breakfast, you guys, is toast with peanut butter and grapefruit. Every morning. It never fails. I switch it up. Sometimes I'll add toast with peanut butter or toast with avocado and an egg sometimes, but usually that's my go-to. But I usually eat breakfast. I do my cardio first thing, and then I eat my breakfast right after. But today I didn't, so I had a pre-workout, so I felt like I was gonna have a freaking heart attack on here. Thank God I didn't. I made it through. I pushed through, guys. All right, guys. So I'm gonna wrap it up. Let me just thank everybody for being here. Thank you, mods, for being here. I do apologize. I always say it's going to be it's not going to be a long live, you guys. But I feel like I haven't had an opportunity to actually talk with you guys about this. I feel like I'm always sharing the screen, so it was really nice. I'm not going to lie, to be able to talk to you guys as my viewers, as my subscribers, as my members, and see what you guys are saying and just have an open discussion. That's how it should be, right? Like, gosh, let's stop the bullshit. Let's stop the drama. Let's talk this case. Let's pray that she's found today. I swear, every time I get an alert from TBI, how many of you get alerts from TBI? I do, from the Twitter. And every time it pops up, I get so like, and then it's something else. And I'm like, oh my God. I get so frustrated, but they're doing their job behind the scenes. So let's just continue praying for her. She's missing, but she's not forgotten at all. Any of these kids, they're missing, but they're never forgotten. So again, thank all of you guys for being here. I'm going to go eat. Now I don't even know what to eat. Actually, it's lunchtime, so I should eat some tuna. I eat the same shit every day. All right, guys. Thank you guys all again. Heather, thank you for being here. John, thank you for being here. Let me just scroll up. D, Jessica, Survey says, cool name. Sweet Pea, I didn't even say hi to you the whole time, did I? Oh my gosh, I'm so bad. I didn't even say hi to my own mod. I don't think I did. Jessica, let me see. Who else do we have here still? The Lady is the Tramp. Phoenix Rising, always good having you in chat. Amanda Locklear. Sheila. So if you have Twitter, that's how I get it. So if you have Twitter, you follow them. And if you follow them, whenever they do an update, you get it on your phone. That's how I get it, through Twitter. You can also follow, I don't even know if I follow them on Facebook. Do they have a Facebook, Twitter, TBI? Huh. I probably do. I don't know. But I know I follow even the news people that do reporting. Like, I think it's the Channel 11 one. I follow them on Twitter too. I follow all of that stuff on Twitter because you get alerts like this. Let me see. Monica, it's so good to see you here, darling. Trump won. Trump won. Trump. Oh my God, you guys, I can't even talk. I'm here for your entertainment purposes. Miss Ladybug. You know what, Miss Ladybug? Every time we go swimming, it never fails. There's one ladybug in our pool. Never fails. And we always put it out. We always put it out on the deck so it can go back with its family. Always makes its way back in the pool. Sparks, good seeing you in here, Sparks. I did enjoy the conversations. And you guys, thank you. I really enjoyed all the conversation with you guys. You guys are really respectful. Patty and Pink, DD Robert, thank you for being here, searching for justice. Valerie, let's touch base on that other case, please. Me and Valerie were up late talking about that other case. Callie Lee Plan says it's all going to come down to what those boys have to say and the phone ping locations. I'm right spot on with you with that. I do believe the boys are the missing link. Michelle, Amanda Esvita. Amanda, are you going live tomorrow? Just wondering if you're covering anything for the Watts case. Because if you guys don't know, tomorrow is the 13th, right? Yeah. And you know that's the anniversary. I was planning on doing something, but I don't think I am. So maybe Amanda might. Michelle, Rita, Lola, Heather, if I didn't say Heather, Doreen, Sheila, John, Sally, that Seller Girl 362. And let me see, Sarah. All right, guys. That's all it lets me scroll up. And again, to everybody watching, thank you guys for choosing my channel. You guys all rock. A good conversation today. I really enjoyed it. You guys, Lola. I love that name, Lola. Mary. Oh, I cried for that little angel. I'm so upset. Yeah, I understand. I had my moment. Shannon, there you are. Shannon, Georgia Peach. I love talking to you too. All right, guys. That's it. Thank you guys. You guys have a good day. Look, I'm gonna ramble again. I need to just go. I'm like, what are you guys gonna do today? Bye, guys. Bye, Felicia's.